very pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to Baker Gator High School football on WTJT 90.1 FM and on John Jive YouTube channel. Tonight we are live from Baker, Florida, back inside Doug Griffith Memorial Stadium, home of the Baker Gators. It is the regional final game between the Baker Gators and the Vernon Yellow Jackets. Both teams are here tonight because of wins last week. The Gators claw their way past the Graceville Tigers 35-21. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets take a big steam to the Northview team 43-18. It is a one-season game. The winner moves on. The loser enjoys the holidays at home. The Gators and the Yellow Jackets clash in the swamp tonight. And in the swamp, only Gators come out alive. Stay tuned for the pregame, the kickoff, the coin toss, all heading your way. And you're listening to the 2019 FHSAA Region Semifinal on WTJT 94.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup, featuring automated trucks, no bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com. WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts and auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT. Join us for the Northwest Florida Horse Expo November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. Jackpot barrel racing and team roping Friday night. Saturday and Sunday all-day seminars from Dr. Hank Lee, Ray Ainsworth, Jeff Davis, Booger Brown, Jody Kelly, and many more. All disciplines will be represented. Horse starting, nutrition, horsemanship, jumping, dressage, reining, cutting, lameness, and parasite seminars going on all weekend. Youth dummy roping and stick horse egg and spoon competition. Over 40 vendors will be on the grounds. Northwest Florida Horse Expo, November 22nd through 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. More information available on Facebook or at northwestfloridahorseexpo.com.
And welcome back to Baker for the region final game between the Baker Gators and the Vernon Yellow Jackets. I'm Mark Forehand. It is great to be back with you tonight, and with me this week in the press box, being promoted from the sideline, Robbie Colvin. Robbie, welcome. Good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, man, good to be here, and excited about this game here tonight. And I think it's a huge game, of course, like you said in the opening, it's a one-game season at this point, and so it's exciting to see what the Gators do here tonight. I want to play next week.
Well, the Gators are 10-1 on the season. Vernon is 8-3, and Robbie last week against Grace. We're going back to that game. You were on the sideline. What was some of the good, the bad, the ugly you saw, things we need to improve on to win this game tonight against Vernon?
Well, one of the good things I think I saw is, that tailback for Graceville they had, the speedster. He was just unable to get himself going last week. He had one opportunity to get himself going. We saw a big play, looked like it was going to be a huge play, probably would have been a touchdown, but the Swamp Monster jumped up there and grabbed hold of him and brought him down. And really the biggest play he had all night. And I think that's key to tonight's game is being able to keep containment of their tailback. I think, what's his name, Powell, I think is his name, and so his last name. And so that's going to be one of the things. And from that game, is just kind of eliminate some of the mental mistakes that we make. Had several delay of games, just didn't get the play off in time. Those kind of things, and those things when you get behind the chains, that'll hurt you in a game like tonight.
Exactly. Well, you're looking ahead to tonight's game. Vernon and Baker, they are not strangers. It's not quite the rivalry, Baker and Jay, but since 2004, they have played 14 times, and they are tied at 7-7 in the series over the past 15 years. Of course, tonight, a tiebreaker, and this tiebreaker decides who goes on and who gets to spend Thanksgiving at home. But now, under Matt Brunson, the Gators are 6-1 against Vernon. The one long loss was 5 years ago, 2014.
And that was a state championship, right?
Right. Well, that was right. That was a 30-14 loss to Vernon, but that was 5 years ago. But last year we beat them 19-6 in the regular season. In the playoffs, we beat them 51-19.
Yeah.
Of course, that was a year ago, but they had Kawan Powell, number 3, the big running back.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, he's got 1,691 yards. He averages 10 yards per carry, but our Joe Brunson, he broke 2,000 last week.
That's right. Yeah. And, Joe's been the workhorse. And I think something important in this game is to be able to, Jack Adams has done a great job as well. His average is over, around 15 yards a carry, something like that. And so I think it's important for us to get Jack, and we fed him a little bit more last week, I thought. And so, trying to get him involved a little bit more. And I think if we can do that, get Jack involved as much, and let Joe have some rest time sometimes, because, Joe's never coming off the field because he's going to play linebacker on the other side of the football.
Right, exactly. Well, both of them play on defense and both doing a great job. Well, we are just about set. The team captains on the field for Baker: Devin Jordan, Garrett Mitchum, Ethan Cadenhead, and Carter Mason. We're awaiting Vernon and really looking for a great game. Now, Matt Brunson has some ties to Vernon, Robbie. That was his first head coach job, was at Vernon from 1997 through 2000.
Right.
And in those 4 years, he went 35-12, which is an average of 9-3 per season. Not bad. His playoff record was 5-3. He had 3 district titles and 1 regional in those 4 years over at Vernon, and then went to Crestview, and then came to Baker in 2011. And Robbie, in 9 seasons, Matt is 91-17. That's 10-2 per year. That's good at any level of football.
Yeah, I don't care what level you're playing, or that's a high level of football right there. And I said, they got on the sign over here, they've got the Inzer era, the Webb era, and they got the Brunson era, but I like to refer to it more as the Brunson dynasty, because that's what he's created here. The state championship game, that's eluded him, but the run that he's had over the last 4 or 5 years is just phenomenal, and you just don't see it in high school football.
Now, I believe he's like, I want to say it's 45-3 or something like that over the past 4 years, but you're right, the Brunson dynasty, and now he had that 5th state title has eluded him, but he's come close a couple of years. And now Vernon is on the field. Vernon is blue and orange, and tonight they come out with their white jerseys, the blue numbers, the blue pants with orange stripes. And now the Vernon Yellow Jacket team captain's coming out. Number 75, Bobby Green. Number 58 is Delaney Brown. Number 3 is Kawan Powell.
And I saw number 1.
And number 1 is Daryl Powell. Now, Kawan Powell is a junior, but he has been really a workhorse last year and this year for Vernon, and from what we've heard, being recruited by some D1 colleges.
Yeah. And, We've played some caliber players like him already this year, and so we've been able to contain them and do our job. And so, the biggest thing is getting out here, and that's something that we talked to somebody earlier, talking about just containment. That's going to be the biggest thing defensively, is for us to keep containment, because I believe we can score when it comes to the offensive side of the football.
Well, I'll tell you, Devin Jordan, Eric McQueen are 2 big bookends that seem to keep that offensive line of the opponent and the running backs from getting very far. Well, we've got the coin toss, and now Robbie's not down there for us.
Yeah.
It's like Baker won and deferred, and will be kicking. Now, Robbie, when they defer, what message that send to the opponent? What are you saying to the opponent when you defer like that?
I think it's saying, hey, we think our defense is good enough. Let's see what you got. That's what I look at it. Let's see what you got.
Well, we are just about set for the kickoff. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Regional Final Game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. We have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. We also have delivery available, and all of their materials are fully product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
And welcome back to Baker. The Baker Gators 10-1 and the Yellow Jackets 8-3 in this region semifinal game. The Gators in their maroon jerseys, white numbers, maroon pants, and maroon helmets, and the Yellow Jackets, white jerseys, blue numbers, blue pants, orange stripe, and blue helmets. The Gators won the toss and deferred. And it looks like Pierce Thompson will be back on the field tonight. Robbie kicking off for the Baker Gators. And real quick, Niceville in the playoffs. Niceville is behind Edgewater 21-7 in the second.
And Mark, something I just noticed as Vernon came running through their little tunnel and the fog. There's a bad thing about fog here at the Swamp.
Exactly.
Whether it's the real fog or maybe a manufactured fog, there is a curse of the fog at this place. I've seen it happen. I've seen it rest on the opponents.
Back deep for the Yellow Jackets, Kawan Powell, Tyler Watford, and Daryl Powell. Not that matters. Usually Pierce kicks anyway, but here we go.
It looks like everybody's going to come up inside the 25-yard line and expect that pooch kick. But I will say, I did see him earlier hitting them all the way to the 5-yard line this week.
Baker and Vernon, and we are set for this regional semifinal game. Pierce Thompson, and there's a pooch kick, and it's taken, there's a flag on the field, and wow, Robbie, first play in a flag already.
Yeah, they're saying we were offsides.
Illegal procedure is the official call, so they will back us up 5 yards.
And see, for some reason, Pierce has not got it right on the line, and that's what we got to be careful. I haven't noticed that when I've been down there watching, because usually I'm wherever the ball's going to be kicked to while I'm on the sideline, but now he's putting it right on the line, and that because they caught it because of where the ball was teed up at.
And Robert, they have moved Kawan Powell over to the slot where Pierce kicked off originally. Watford was over there to begin with. Watford. So here we go again. And Pierce kicks it the other direction. This is Daryl Powell at his 30, 35, 40, and tackled by number 9. Who else but Joe Brunson?
Yeah, good job there by Joe. I couldn't see who kind of slowed up number 1. Which is one of the Powell brothers. Are they brothers or cousins, or what are they?
I'm sure there's something like that. So, Daryl Powell. So the ball is placed at the Vernon 41-yard line, just underway from Baker. Quarterback is number 14, Devion Bush. And shotgun formation, split offense. In motion goes Sharon Green, and he goes deep downfield, going for Powell, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there by number 1, Jesse Jordan.
Yeah, good job there by Jesse in coverage down there to make sure that he broke up the pass a little overthrown there, and good job there by the Gators defense to put a stop to that passing.
Second down, 10. Vernon from the 41-yard line, 11:48, first quarter just underway. And Robbie, good to see Eric McQueen back out there. He was hurt at the Brunstown game. Missed last week, but it's good to see him back this week on Vernon, against Vernon.
And I'll give you an update on that later.
And handoff goes to Kawan Powell. Hits across the 45-yard line and tackled by Devin Jordan. It's about a 5-yard pickup, brings up 3rd down 5 for the Yellow Jackets.
And so just then, good job there by Kawan Powell, just keeping his legs turning and churning, and was able to pick up positive yards. Our defense just got to do a little bit better job of wrapping up on that first contact.
11-21, first quarter, no score. 3rd down 5, Vernon from their 46-yard line. Quarterback is Devion Bush. Pistol formation. And he pitches back to Powell. It's a fumble. The ball.
The Gators got it.
And that recovered by Joshua Gamble, number 80 for the Gators.
Yeah, the great job there. Just a miscommunication. Obviously, Kawan Powell did not know where the ball was going. He wasn't expecting the pitch, I can tell you that.
That's for sure, because he was not even looking for the ball. So the Gators take over 1st and 10 at the Vernon. It's about the 35-yard line. 10:58, first quarter, no score. Your quarterback is number 3, the senior Sam Croson. In the backfield, Seth Baxa. Adams and Brunston. Brunston in motion. His handoff to Baxa. Baxa bulls his way close to the 32-yard line. A short gain, 2nd down for the Gators.
Yeah, good job there, Gators. Joe comes around acting like he's going to take the pitch and actually jumped straight up in the air like he missed the pitch, and it went to Baxa, and he was able to get some positive yards there.
2-yard pickup brings up 2nd down 8 for the Gators. Ball at the 32-yard line. 10:30 to go in the first quarter. Now Joe Brunston comes in at the quarterback position under center Dylan LaFleur. And Joe from the left side trying to find somewhere to go. He's got Carter Mason and Vaccarello blocking for him, but he is thrown for a loss back to the 36-yard line. 3rd down for the Gators.
Yeah, number 5, E.J. Riddick, he came in right there and made a nice play, just kept him contained right there, fought off his block, and made the tackle for the Vernon Yellow Jackets.
3rd down, 11 for the Gators. Ball back at the Vernon 36-yard line. 9:45 to go first quarter, no score. Joshua Gamble recovered the Vernon fumble that stopped their drive. And now Sam back under center. Hands off to Jack Adams. He's got a hole, and he's got the first down and more. He is close to the 20-yard line. Big run by Jack Adams.
And about a 17-yard pickup, about his average for the year. And feed the man while he's hot.
Exactly. 1st and 10 Baker. And the ball officially at the 19 of Vernon. 9:27 first quarter, no score. Jared Mitchell comes in for Seth Baxa. Sam Croson, quarterback. And he's got Jack Adams and Joe at the wingback. And, Robbie, this has been one of the best offensive lines I've seen at Baker in a while. Your center, Dylan LaFleur. You have up there Carter Mason, Ethan Cadenhead, Gavin Vaccarello, and Dustin Oglesby. And now a false start on the Gators, looks like. Or delay a game against the Gators.
Yeah, I talked about that in the pregame. We struggled with that a little bit last week, and here we are doing it now. And I'm not sure Sam came up and went up under somebody and then moved like he was under the wrong person. I don't know if you noticed that, Mark, but he came up there and then just sidestepped. And so I don't know if he got up underneath the wrong guy or they were trying to do something fancy there.
That might have been one of those Bowden trick plays. 9:24 first quarter, no score, 1st and 15 from the 24-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. And now Sam hands off to Joe, and Joe slips down. And he's tackled by number 75, Bobby Green, for the Yellow Jackets.
And Mark, it looked like there on that play, looked like they were going to run that play they run several times last week where Croson just keeps the ball, and then Croson just real quick hands it off to Joe, but it doesn't fool the Vernon Yellow Jacket defense.
Maybe a yard gain, second down 14 from the 23-yard line. 8:55 to go in this first quarter. And now Sam looks to the sideline. Goes under center, LaFleur. Adams in motion. Has a handoff to Seth Baxa. And Baxa's down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. Brings up third down for the Gators.
And just a good straight-ahead run there by Seth Baxa. And they're calling time. There's a timeout on the field. I'm not really sure what that's about there, Mark, but I ain't down there to tell you.
That is the bad thing about having you up in the press box. You know, and we have not fired Jesse. It's just that he is with his family this week and enjoying some time off.
And it looks like it was a personal foul. It was actually a flag on the play. I've never seen the flag, but it looked like there was a personal foul. So that should be, I don't know if that's an automatic first down. I'm not really sure. Should give us a first down no matter what.
Right. It's a 15-yard penalty, so it will be first down. Looks like
it's inside the 10.
Yeah, it's been first and goal inside the 10-yard line. 8:33, no score, first quarter. First and goal, Baker just inside the Vernon 10-yard line. Sam Croson under center. Hands off to Joe Brunson, and Joe nearly breaks it. Touchdown saving tackle by number 5. That's E.J. Redis for the Jackets.
And again, Mark, the same play they just run just a minute ago, just a real quick hit to Joe, and he's got a full head of steam when he gets the football, and that time able to get it inside the 5-yard line and inching a little closer to that goal line.
Yes, sir. Second down and goal. The ball about the 2. Clock rolling. 7:51 to go in this first quarter. Gators got a big break on the fumble by Bush for Vernon. And now again, Joe goes up the middle, and it's a swarm of Jackets that brings them down back around the 4-yard line. Third down for the Gators.
I was waiting to see how he was going to bring that in, because there was a sure whole bunch of Yellow Jackets right there when Joe got the football, and they was real quick to get him down and drive him backwards. And so inside the 5-yard line for us, third and goal now.
A swarm, yep. Swarm of Yellow Jackets. Clock rolling, 7:10 to go first quarter. Third down goal for the Gators inside the Vernon 4-yard line. Sam Croson under center LaFleur. Hands off to Joe Brunson again. Joe finds a hole this time, but stopped just shy of the goal line. Robbie, he couldn't get much closer than what he is.
Yeah, and Mark, I just have to say, we're dialing it up. We're going up for it on fourth and goal. We've done it this way all year, and so, I don't expect Coach Brunson to do anything else.
Well, Sam Croson comes to talk to Coach Brunson. Clock rolling, 6:34. 21 on the play clock. Now Sam comes back to his team. Garrett Mitchum in there at fullback now. And Jack Adams and Joe Brunson at the wing positions. And Sam hands off to Joe, and Joe.
He's in there.
Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Good job right there. Joe Brunson just taking it off the tackle, right tackle, and going straight into the end zone for the score. Puts the Gators on top. Way to capitalize on the turnover.
So Baker strikes first. And now on for the extra point is Pierce Thompson. The holder is Ryan Fleming. And I want to say a shout out to Jessica and David Langston. They're listening tonight. So hello, Mackenzie and Maverick, and thanks for listening to Baker Gator Football. The kick is up, and it's good. 6-12, first quarter. Your score, Baker 7, Vernon nothing. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football Regional Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Thank you, Bragney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Bragney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898, 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT.
The ranks to the broadcast. Oh, can't we do that yet? No, let's take and do this right here. I was going to read that with Mark, but I didn't look up time enough.
So Pierce Thompson set to kick off for the Baker Gators. And back deep is Powell, and Watford. Sounds like a law firm, don't it?
Yeah.
So here comes Pierce for the kickoff. And this will be Daryl Powell at his 30. Trying to break away, but avoids one tackle. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, 40, 30, still going. 20, 15, 10. He goes all the way. Touchdown, Vernon Yellow Jackets. A 70-yard kickoff return, and Vernon strikes back just like that.
And, Mark, that's why we have done all year long that little pooch kick and done something a little different there on the last two kickoffs, and that come back to bite us a little bit. I bet we don't do that again.
Broke several tackles, Robbie.
Oh, no doubt. Great run.
So the Jackets strike back quickly, and now on for the extra point are the Jackets. Kawan Powell is the kicker, and his quarterback Bush is the holder.
Is that what they call the swinging gate?
That's the old swinging gate, yes, sir. So here we go, 5:52 to go. The kick is no good. It is terrible. Ryan Twimman got in there, may have got a hand on it, but it's no good. So your score, Baker 7 and Vernon 6.
The ranks to broadcast of the regional finals in the 2019 FHSAA Class 1A football championships have been granted to WTJT 90.1 FM by the Florida High School Athletic Association. It is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listener audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited.
And you're listening to the 2019 FHSAA Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida. It's businesses like you, through all your support, that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
And we are back live. 5:52 to go, first quarter. Your score now, Baker 7, Vernon 6. A 70-yard touchdown return by Daryl Powell. The extra point blocked, and it's 7-6 Baker on top. And now set to kick off for Vernon. Now, usually it's number 1, Daryl Powell, but they also use a couple of other place kickers, and it's going to be number 50, Foreman, kicking off for Vernon. Back deep, Joe Brunson and Jack Adams. And it's a little squib kick that will roll out of bounds, and a flag comes in. A legal procedure against the Yellow Jackets. So both kick teams penalized early in this game, Robbie.
Yeah, the Vernon Yellow Jackets, they just done the same thing we did. Somebody went across the 40-yard line before the ball was kicked, and so back them up 5 yards, and they'll redo it.
So here we go again. Number 50, Foreman, set to kick off for the Yellow Jackets. And a little short onside kick does not even go 10 yards.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was trying to look. The whistle blew like really quick. Did you notice that?
It did.
So I don't know if there was some other illegal procedure that went on again there.
I thought the ball didn't travel 10 yards, and that may have been why they blew the whistle.
But that wouldn't have mattered as long as we recovered it.
Well, Eric McQueen made the recovery, but they're going to make Vernon re-kick the ball just the same.
You know, I'm wondering if he just if the play hadn't been blown in and they kicked it too soon. Because the official was just pointing, telling him to watch the guy in the white hat down there before he kicks it. So I don't know, maybe.
Well, there's the whistle now. And there's the kick. This time he kicks it away, and it's Joe Brunson at his 15, 20, 25, 30. And stopped shy of the 35, about the 32-yard line. But a 17-yard return by Joe Brunson, 5:44 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, real quick, I ought to mention Joe had a punt return last week that went 90 yards. It was put up for play of the week, and he was the play of the week.
He was. All those votes from all these Baker fans and perhaps some other fans of Joe Brunson. 1st and 10, Baker. Ball at the Gator 31-yard line, 5:44 first quarter. Baker 7, Vernon 6. Sam Croson, quarterback. He's got Seth Bax in the backfield. Jack Adams and Joe Brunson at the wings. And up front, the big guys, LaFear, Vaccarella, Oglesby, Cadenhead, and Mason.
And again, the play clock getting down low.
Just does get it off, hands off to Seth Baxa. And Baxa, he is brought down hard. A great tackle by Vernon. Stops Seth almost in his tracks on that one.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, but Seth still getting forward progress about a 2 to 3. Now, I'm trying to see. Oh, they don't have the ball placed right. That's what it is. Let's get that thing fixed.
3-yard pickup, 2nd down 7 from the Baker 34-yard line. Clock moving, 5:10 to go first quarter. Again, Sam Croson under center. Brunson in motion. Handoff is to Jack Adams off the left side and nowhere to go. May have lost a yard back to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by that front defensive line for the Yellow Jackets, just pushing that offensive line, big offensive line for the Gators back a little bit there and able to make that tackle for loss.
Devin Jordan comes out. Ashton Morrison comes into the Baker lineup. 4:39 to go first quarter. It is 3rd down and 9 from the 32-yard line. In motion is Joe Brunson. Handoff is to Baxa off the right side. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard. Brings up 4th down and long for the Gators.
Yeah, another great job there by the Vernon defense. Just kind of stretched that thing out just a little bit there and able to make the tackle, and so it brings up a 4th and long and punt situation time for the Gators.
4:05 to go in this first quarter. Joe Brunson drops back into punt formation. And Kawan Powell back about his 32-yard line. A good, long, high punt by Joe that takes Powell back to his 20. He slips, gets his balance, picks up one blocker, and finally brought down. Jake Miller tackles him near the 33-yard line. A short return.
And there's a flag on the play there, Mark. I don't know if it's a block in the back. That's what the Gators need it to be.
We shall see. Usually that is what it is. Here's the white hat. It is what you said, a block in the back.
Yeah, and I thought anytime that the defender or the return guys, the guys coming down to defend that punt return, land belly first, there's a good chance there is a block in the back.
3:37 first quarter. Baker 7, Vernon 6. It is Vernon ball, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. And they move it over here to the far left side of the field, the left hash mark. In fact, the receiver almost on the out-of-bounds line. Devion Bush is the quarterback. And handoff is to Kawan Powell off the right side, still going across the 20, close to the 24-yard line. Second down for the Jackets.
Yeah, the Gators right there just unable to get the edge right there and contain him, and so he was able to get around the edge there on that right side. And you said it, they moved it to this near hash mark and then ran away from that on the far side of the field where they had more room and was able to make 8 yards out of it.
Second down, 2 from the 23-yard line. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Wide to the left is Redis and Powell. Devion Bush, quarterback, keeper right side. And he is brought down by the Gators.
Yeah, Mark, again, another quick hitter over there. Bush just taking the ball himself and getting around that right side. And the Gators, again, just not able to keep containment there.
Carter Mason and Devin Jordan on the tackle. It is a first down for the Jackets. Ball just shy of the 35-yard line of Vernon. Clock moving to 40 first quarter. 7-6 Baker on top. Again, that spread formation for the Jackets. 3 wide receivers. Make that 4 wide receivers now. Bush wants to go to the air. Joshua Gamble is given pressure. He gets the ball off and is called by Redis, who takes a dive over the Vernon bench. He looks to be okay.
Yeah, he bounced right back up. Jack Adams had the coverage there, but he was just able to keep running toward that sideline and get ahead of Jack. And great job by Bush to lead him toward that sideline.
First and 10, Vernon, ball at the Jacket 49-yard line. 2:15 first quarter, 7-6 Baker on top. Devion Bush this year has completed 71 passes of 130 attempts, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 1,323 yards, and now timeout taken by the Jackets. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators.
Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message provided by the station and the Florida High School Athletic Association.
And it is halftime down south. Edgewater leading Niceville 21-7. It is first and 10 Vernon from their 49-yard line, 2:15 first quarter. Powell in motion. And Bush keeps the ball, and he is wrapped up. Joe Brunson, Josh Gamble, Jesse Jordan have a team meeting right there, and they limit Bush to about a 4-yard pickup, brings up second down for the Jackets.
Yeah, something that's the Gators have got to do is on that defensive line. They've got to make get a push. They're not getting the push they need, and the last several plays the Yellow Jackets have been able to get to the second and third levels of our defense, and so that front four for the Gators got to step up here.
1:42 to go in this first quarter. It is second down and about 5 or 6 yards, ball near the 47 of the Gators. And looks like pistol formation for the Jackets. Bush back to pass. His Powell at the 40-yard line, 35, and forced out of bounds tackle by Joe Brunson. But it's another Vernon first down near the 36-yard line, 35-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by Joe to wrap up and make that tackle there on the sideline. Another good, quick pitch and catch for the Vernon Yellow Jackets.
It is 1st and 10, Vernon. Ball at the Baker 35-yard line. Clock stopped at 1:19, first quarter. Baker 7 and Vernon 6. And down south, Edgewater over Niceville at the half, 21-7. Now in motion is Chiron Green, and too much time to lay a game on the Jackets. And sometimes, Robbie, you get too fancy, and then you're taking too much time.
Yeah, the clock got under 5 seconds, and then they put a man in motion and all of that had going on that particular play. And now they're waving the flag off.
And, of course, the Baker fans really love that when they wave off the flag.
They wave the flag off and say a timeout. The Vernon calls a timeout is what they are saying.
Well, you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
1:17, first quarter, Baker 7, Vernon 6. And the Yellow Jackets have the ball 1st and 10 at the Gator 35-yard line. Pistol formation. Devion Bush is the quarterback, number 14. Wants to pass, rolls right, goes to the flat. His Powell, he breaks one tackle, and then he slides out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Joe Brunson in pursuit.
Yeah, and it looked like maybe Seth Baxa was over there on the coverage, and he dove out for him and just couldn't get a hand on him, or else he had great coverage there, his pursuit to the football was great, but just unable to make the tackle.
Now, Robbie, does the field look awful wet to you?
It's real wet, Mark, for a week with no rain. And real wet.
6-yard pickup for Powell. He's second down 4, ball at the 29 of the Gators, 1:09 to go. And again, Powell on the handoff. This time Seth Baxter does make the tackle, wraps him up, and gets some help from Devin Jordan, Joe Brunson, and I believe Eric McQueen. And good to see Eric back out there after missing last week due to an injury.
Yeah, and great job there by Seth Baxter, just going in there and filling up one of those gaps. That's what you train. That's what you tell your middle linebackers to do on those running plays, is make sure you fill in the gaps. And he did a great job filling in the gaps and pursuit to the football and making the tackle.
3rd down 3 from the 28-yard line. Bush again hands off to Powell, straight ahead, wrapped up quickly by that defensive front. Devin Jordan, the leading tackler for the Gators with 77 on the season, makes that tackle. But it is a 1st down for the Jackets.
Yeah, again, Kwan Powell just doing a great job of keeping those legs moving and churning, and was able to push his way for that extra yardage. He was met right about the line to gain, and then was able to push himself forward another extra yard or two to ensure that he got the 1st down.
Under 10 seconds in this first quarter. 7-6, Baker on top. 1st and 10, ball inside the 25 at the 24, and that's going to wrap up the first quarter. At the end of one, Baker 7, Vernon 6. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship, or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
It is the start of the second quarter. Baker 7, Vernon 6. And Vernon has the ball first and 10 at the Baker 24-yard line. Trying to get a score on the Blountstown-Taylor County score, but a score on the Blountstown-Taylor County, but so far unable to do so. So here we go, Robbie, as we start the second quarter. Again, pistol formation. Devion Bush, quarterback for Vernon, wants to pass. Under pursuit from Garrett Mitchum. And throws the ball away deep downfield, but Garrett Mitchum back there along with Eric McQueen and Zane still applying heavy pressure to Devion Bush. He gets the ball off, but it goes incomplete. Now a flag is down.
And if he was outside the tackle or inside the tackle box, Mark, now they're pulling the flag back up saying he wasn't outside the tackle box because they wanted a intentional grounding. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I couldn't get it to come out. But the referee finally just picks up the flag because I guess they say he was outside of the tackle box.
Nonetheless, it is now second down and 10 for Vernon at the Baker 24-yard line. And the referee holding the ball now. He's marching off towards Baker. Now, did we miss a penalty?
I ain't never seen anybody indicate anything, Mark. I'm not sure what this penalty is.
Well, it's a 15-yarder is what it is. And it's first and goal. Vernon inside the Baker 10. Now, was there roughing the passer? I mean, what else could it have been?
I didn't see a roughing the passer. I was sitting back here watching him when he threw the ball. I don't know.
Well, we missed the penalty, but nonetheless, 11:52 left in this first half. And now Vernon, first and goal inside the Baker 10. And the referees look confused, Robbie. There's some discussion there amongst the referees. Waiting to see what's going on here. And I guess it's going to stand. So first and goal, Vernon, inside the Baker 10.
I'm as confused as a termite and a yo-yo.
Yeah. Well, hold on now. Okay, so they put the ball back at the 11, so it's first and 10 from the 11-yard line. Bush pushes out to Watford, and he is brought down. Great tackle by Brody Sharp. He gets about 4 yards to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, that's great open field tackling there by Brody Sharp, because if he doesn't get his paws on him and bring him down, Mark, he probably makes it to the pylon.
It's about a 5-yard pickup. Second down 5. The ball about the 7-yard line, actually. 11:20 to go in this first quarter. Devion Bush, again, pistol formation for the Yellow Jackets. Bush wants to go to the air, and now he's going to keep the ball. And he slides right into Zane Steele and Devin Jordan. No gain, third down for the Jackets. Go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, great job there by that defensive line to get that push there and able to, get the tackle there and make a stop. Need to make one more stop here on third down and 6.
10:35 to go in the second quarter. Baker leads by 1, 7-6. But Vernon threatening on third and goal Ball at the 7-yard line. Again, pistol formation. Your quarterback is Devion Bruce, number 14. Pitch back is to Kawan Powell, left side. And waiting for the call. He is stopped shy of the goal line.
Yeah, I was wondering there because I did see the pylon go flying over there, so usually that's an indication of a touchdown. But they did say he went out of bounds just shy of the goal line.
But now it's a first down because they were able to get a first down without scoring because of the placement of the ball. So now it's first and goal, and they are just shy inside the 1-yard line. 10:07 first half. Baker 7, Vernon 6. The Vernon just inches away from taking the lead. Kawan Powell, touchdown Jackets.
Yeah, Powell just found a hole there. His offensive line did a good job of parting the waters for him and letting him run straight through into the promised land. Did I say that all right?
You said it perfectly. Perfect. Well, Robbie, real quick, I want to say hello to a good friend of mine, Brennan, who is a Baker graduate, was in the alumni band back during homecoming and works at Cefco. Always greets me, says, welcome to Cefco. Always a nice guy. So, Brennan, thanks for listening tonight. Jack and Mary, thanks for listening also. And they're going for 2 points here. And pitch back is to Powell. And he is stopped just shy of the goal line. So the 2-point try is no good. But still, Vernon takes the lead 12-7. And you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
Tonight's game in the 2019 FHSAA Class 1A Football Championships is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with its members of more than 800 middle and high school seniors, all committed to ensure that the Florida high school students can compete fairly in equality and education environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork.
There's a kick. It is Jack at his 10, 15, 20, and he is brought down by number 12, Jordan Speed, at the 23-yard line. So, Robbie, one of the few times this year the Gators find themselves behind, with the exception, I guess, of Blountstown. We have not really trailed anyone this season that I can remember.
And this right here, the offense is a huge drive here before the half. We got almost 10 minutes left to go in the first half, and the offense has got to get something going here. Drive down the field, make a long drive, and put points on the board.
It is 1st and 10, Baker, from their 23-yard line. 9:56, Vernon 12, and Baker 7. In the backfield, Joe Brunson. In motion, Jack Adams. Sam Croson under center. Hands off to Joe, and Joe is tripped up in the backfield. Maybe a yard gain, not much more. 2nd down and long for the Gators.
And it looked like number 54 for the Gators, Gavin Vaccarello, got pushed back there into Joe's way, and Joe kind of just tripped over Vaccarello and was unable to get any head of steam going, but did get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down 10 from the 23. 9:25 to go for our second quarter. Again, Joe Brunson in the backfield behind quarterback Sam Croson. Garrett Mitchum blocking for Joe, but Joe caught in the backfield, tackle made by number 80, that's Will Dempsey for the Yellow Jackets.
On the last 2 drives, the Yellow Jackets able to get penetration into the backfield and shut this Gator running attack down. So at some point, Mark, when do we go to the air?
Robbie, that's exactly what I was just thinking myself when you said that. It is a loss back to the 20-yard line, 3rd down, 13 for the Gators, and the clock rolling. We're at 8:40, first half. It's like Ashton Morrison is split wide to the right. And handoff goes to Garen Mitchum, and Garen Mitchum pulls his way across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Should be a first down. It is a first down for the Gators.
Great job right there. Just unexpectedly giving it there to Garen. We haven't run it that play, but maybe a couple times tonight with Seth Baxa. Haven't ran it with Garen at all because when Garen's in there, usually everybody thinks he's blocking. That time we give it to him, and he was able to pick up the first down. And a big shout-out to our counterpart, Jesse Jernigan, listening tonight.
All right, Jesse, hope you and Jill and all the girls, Bailey, Lila, Terry, having a great time. We miss you guys, but hope you're having fun. Sam Croson bootlegs right side, trying to avoid one tackle, but he's brought down by E.J. Redis. Back to about the 30. Well, no, his forward progress gives him 2 yards. Yeah, that to the about the 35. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, that time it looked like Sam had great running room around that right side, but a good job of the Yellow Jackets to pursue to the football and get him before he can make the corner, make the turn.
Picks up maybe a yard and a half, couple yards. Second down and about 8 from the 35-yard line. 7:25 to go first half. Baker trailing 12-7 to the Yellow Jackets. Again, Sam Croson under center. Joe Brunson in motion. And handoff goes to Jack Adams. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. They won't catch Jack. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
What a run by Jack Adams. We've seen him do that, but there's a flag.
Dadgummit. Nullifies a 65-yard run by Jack Adams. And I believe that illegal shift.
That may be what the call was. I do have a scoring update for you. Second quarter, Taylor County 7, Bluntstown 6.
A close game there as well. 7:02, 12-7, Vernon on top. And a 65-yard dash by Jack Adams, nullified by a penalty. And boy, that's just a sucker punch right to the heart. Man.
But you know you can do it. You know that play's there. You know you can make that happen again. So, I mean, we just got to keep I'm telling you, I think just keep feeding Jack.
I agree with you. Jack's averaging 15 yards a carry. He's got 694 in the season. Of course, that's small compared to Joe's 2022, but nonetheless. So it is second down and about 14. Ball placed back at the Baker 30-yard line. Clock is moving. We're at 6:55 in the first half. 12-7, the Jackets on top of Baker. So Sam under center. Hands off to Joe Brunson, and Joe is just thrown for a loss back about the 29-yard line. Brings up third down long for the Gators.
Yeah, Joe, when he got to the line, just wasn't able to dig his feet in and push himself forward. He's always falling forward. And actually, he lost grip and they slid him backwards.
Well, actually, excuse me, that was Seth Baxa. My bad, okay. Robbie. That was Seth Baxa on the carry that time. Ethan Edge comes into the lineup at the tight end position. Josh Gamble at the other tight end position. Baxa comes out, clock rolling, 6:05 to go first half. Third down, 15 for the Gators back at their 29-yard line. Again, Adams in motion. This time it is Joe Brunson on the handoff, and Joe fighting for yardage. He's across the 35 and runs into another hive of Hornets, or Yellow Jackets, excuse me. Whatever they are, right? Yellow Jackets,
yeah,
Hornets?
Yellow Jackets.
Okay. 6-yard pickup by Joe, but 4th and 9 now for the Gators. Ball at their 36-yard line. Excuse me, 34-yard line. They did not repaint these lines, Robbie, and with the wet field conditions, it's getting hard to see where the hash marks and the lines are, but it is just shy of the 35. 5:17 to go first half. Joe Brunston in punt formation. A line drive shot that bounces out of bounds near the Vernon about the 37-yard line. And another, official timeout.
Is that a water break?
Water break.
How about somebody run the water up here to me? I'm just kidding.
You're listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Purdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
5:05 second quarter. Vernon 12, Baker 7. The Jackets had the ball first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mark and Robbie with you in the press box tonight. Hope Jesse's enjoying his vacation with his family.
Big time for the defense right here to step up, Mark. Turnover's what we need.
Spread formation for the Yellow Jackets. Play clock down to 10. And Devion Bush finally gets his team set. And it's a direct snap. That's actually Kawan Powell, direct snap. No gain on the play. Second down for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, great job there by the defensive line to make a push there on that right side. Looked like number 72 for the Gators.
Matthew McClure.
Did a great job on that side as well. And so able to minimize the gain to just about a half yard.
Second down, 9 for the Jackets from their 37-yard line. Clock rolling at 4:35 to go in this first half. And Robbie, Vernon has their stands nearly packed full, so a lot of folks making the trip from Vernon. Oh, I believe that's Washington County, maybe? Is that Washington County?
I think so, yeah.
Again, spread formation, shotgun formation. And it's Kawan Powell, direct snap. Avoids one tackle, and Jesse Jordan hits him. Can't bring him down, and finally he's forced out of bounds. Jack Adams gets a hold of him, and he goes out of bounds near the 45-yard line. It is first down, Vernon. So I guess it is the Wildcat formation that they're actually running with Kawan Powell back there taking the direct snap. 4:01 to go first half. First and 10, Vernon from their 47-yard line. They lead 12-7.
Yeah, I saw something there that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I wish I was on the sideline again, Mark. I'd like to be able to be standing on that line right there where they made that spot.
Yeah, are you questioning the spot?
I am.
Again, Kawan Powell, direct snap. Left side this time, and he is stopped near midfield. It's like Jesse Jordan and Eric McQueen over there making the stop.
Yeah, good job there, Jesse, coming up from that safety position as he was able to just get in there and make the tackle. Missed it over here, but was able to get right there and make a good tackle on the play, and just a 3-yard pickup.
Second down, 7 ball, just shy of midfield on the Vernon side. 3:30 first half. Vernon leads at 12-7. And it looks like Kawan Powell stays back there. Maybe he's the new quarterback. I don't know. But anyway, he's back there in the Wildcat formation. Direct snap. And Joshua Gamble busts through there and makes the tackle. He looked like a bullet and almost met Kawan Powell at the same time the ball did.
And that's what I was talking about. That getting that penetration, and that time the Gators were able to get a great penetration there and was able to make the tackle. And he only got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a half yard.
Third down and about 6 yards to go. Ball just shy of midfield. 2:38 to go in this first half. Baker trails 12-7. And now Devion Bush back in the lineup, wants to go to the air. And it is almost picked off by Jack Adams. He was trying to hit Darrell Powell, and Jack knocks the ball away. Goes incomplete now, 4th and about 6 for Vernon from their 49-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by Jack Adams, and I know he'd love to have that one back because there was a lot of green grass in front of him, Mark. He could have run a long ways with that football.
And made up for the one that got called back.
Yeah.
2:26. Now Vernon is in punt formation, but and Joe's back about his 20. But Robbie, do you look for the fake here? I think you've got to, don't you?
I think you got to look for it, but I don't think it's going to be a fake.
It is not, but it's partially blocked by Eric McQueen, and it rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, I think my man right there, Matthew McClure, has a little bit to complain about. There should have been some unnecessary roughness tacked on to the end of that punt right there, but nonetheless, it is going to be a first down for the Gators. And but he did a great job. He got back up, kept us cool, and the first person he went and talked to was not the kid that was doing what was doing, not the defender. It was the referee. Said, "Hey man, what about that? You going to let him do that?"
And apparently he did.
Yeah, he let him. But 2 minutes for the Gators to get on the board. They will get the ball to start the second half, though.
It is 1st and 10. Baker, the ball placed at their 35-yard line. 2:18 to go in this first half. They trail 12-7. And Sam Croson is under center. Joe Brunson in the backfield. And in motion is Caleb Wagner. And it is Joe Brunson again, and Joe's across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Brings up second down for the Gators.
Maybe some of the best running room for Joe all night. He's able to pick up about 7 yards on that play. And so just keep feeding him. Joe break one of those in a little bit.
He will. Joe and Jack, they'll break it eventually. Second down and about 4 from the 41-yard line. 1:45 to go in this first half. Got to punch it in. And no gain on the play.
Yeah, not much running room that time around the left side. It does pick up maybe a yard on the play, does Joe. But Vernon, again, going to the, gang tackling, getting to the football quick, doing a great job of that tonight.
Well, they tend to key on Joe because they know Joe's going to get the ball most of the time. Clock is rolling, 1:12 to go before the half. It is third down and about 2 or 3 yards. Ball on about the 43-yard line of the Gators. And Robbie, no sense of urgency here. And finally, timeout taken by the Baker Gators.
Yeah, Mark, I think that the biggest thing is that we don't want Vernon to get the ball back before the half. We know we're getting it to start the second half. We want to control it right here.
Well, you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
56 seconds left in this first half. 12-7. Vernon on top. It is 3rd and 3 from the Baker 42 for the Gators. Sam Croson under center. Hands off to Joe Brunson. Joe bounces off the right side, but stops shy of the 45-yard line. Brings up now 4th and short for the Gators. Clock rolling at 44 seconds. So, Robbie, here, do you go for it? I think you got to.
I think so, too, and I think what you can do to make sure that they don't get the – I don't know. Do you go ahead and run a play and give them an opportunity to throw a deep pass because we know the quarterback, Bush, has a good arm on him? Or do you take it all the way down as far as you can, call a timeout, and then make a decision? I think that's what Coach Brunson's going to do.
What I want to do is score a touchdown. That's what I want to do.
I want to do that, too.
But I'm not on the sideline wearing Matt Brunson's visor. Nonetheless, we got 10 seconds, and now a timeout taken by the Baker Gators. And go ahead, Robbie.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2019 FHSAA Football Championship, visit FHSAA.org, the official website for the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.org. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
Robbie, real quick, over in Pensacola, Escambia leads Robert E. Lee 23-7 in the second quarter. And Florida High shutting out Catholic 13-0. And it's Joe Brunson right side. Joe's got the first down and more. He's to midfield. Timeout with 3 seconds left in this first half. And I want to say hello to my good friend Eric Schwartz listening. He is the bread man up in Florella. So, Eric, thanks to you and your bunch for listening to us tonight. He says go Gators, but he's a Bama fan, so that may be kind of oxymoron.
About like us Florida State fans saying go Gators?
Exactly.
That's just messed up.
Exactly.
But it's Baker Gators. We can say that.
And it's maroon.
Yeah, all day long.
Exactly, yeah. So Robbie now with 3 seconds to play. It is 1st and 10. Baker, ball just shy of midfield. 3 seconds. What do you do here? If you're Coach Brunson, what do you call?
Do you do some kind of trick play? I don't think that Sam has the arm to throw from 60 yards. I don't know. I hadn't seen him throw one that far. So I just, I hadn't seen us go deep like that. So I don't know if he's got what it takes to heave it down the field and try to do a Hail Mary, or do we just do some kind of something we hadn't showed all night long? I don't know. Give it back to Jack and see if he can run it again.
Well, here we go with 3 seconds left in the first half. Baker down 12-7. It is 1st and 10 from their 49. Sam Croson is under center. And now another flag comes in. Illegal substitution on the Gators.
Yeah, we did. Had 12 men on the field. Coach Brunson kind of act like, hey, that's on me.
So that backs us up 5 yards to the 44-yard line. 3 seconds left before the half. In the backfield is Garen Mitchum. At the wings are Jack Adams and Joe Brunson. Joshua Gamble at the tight end position. Joe in motion. And it's Garen Mitchum with a handoff, and Garen gets about 3 yards. And that's going to end the first half. So at the end of the first half, your score, Vernon 12, Baker 7. And you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT. Join us for the Northwest Florida Horse Expo November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. Jackpot barrel racing and team roping Friday night. Saturday and Sunday all-day seminars from Dr. Hank Lee, Ray Ainsworth, Jeff Davis, Booger Brown, Jody Kelly, and many more. All disciplines will be represented. Horse starting, nutrition, horsemanship, jumping, dressage, reining, cutting, lameness, and parasite seminars going on all weekend. Youth dummy roping and stick horse egg and spoon competition. Over 40 vendors will be on the grounds. Northwest Florida Horse Expo, November 22nd through 24th at the Baker Arena
WTJT
in
would
Baker.
like to
More
thank Jason
information
Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898. 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry, and Brackney Funeral Service
is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship, or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together. We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Purdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida. As businesses like you do all your support that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday night football possible.
Welcome back to Baker. It is halftime in this region semifinal game between the Gators and the Vernon Yellow Jackets. Your halftime score 12-7, the Jackets on top. And Robbie, this first half, I don't know, to me it just seemed like a lot of confusion and just a lot of flags. What was your impression of the first half?
You're right about the confusion, but it's a little bit on both sides of the football. Both teams have had delay of games. Well, we thought there was a delay of game, and then there was a timeout. Obviously, it was called right before the delay of game. But some confusion right out the gate by Vernon on a pitch where the tailback didn't think the ball was coming to him, and it was pitched to him, and we were able to get that turnover and was able to capitalize on that. But then Vernon has scored 12 unanswered points, and the Gators do get the ball to start the second half, and we got to get something going offensively. Other than that first drive on the turnover, we haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, the 70-yard run by Jack Adams called back because of an illegal shift nullified. Otherwise, we would have had the lead on that game. Well, we talked about this earlier, and in case you missed it, Baker and Vernon, really a pretty big rivalry since 2004. They have met 14 times. In that 15-year span, they have the series tied at 7 wins apiece. Matt Brunson, of course, he is 6-1 against Vernon as head coach here at Baker, and the one loss was actually 5 years ago, 2014, a home loss for Baker, 30-14. But Matt Brunson got his head coaching start, his first head coaching job at Vernon back in 97 through 2000. In those 4 years, he went 35-12, 5-3 in the playoffs, 3 district titles, and 1 region title. And, you got to wonder if any of these fans, of course, they've known Matt, I'm sure, in all that time. And, it's still a big rivalry, and it's always fun to see how these games come out. But just seemed like a lot of confusion to me that first half, Robbie. Just not really sure what to think of the penalties and just kind of a sloppy first half. And of course,
I think Marcus, a sloppy first half on everybody's part. I think a sloppy first half, some on the guys in the zebra stripes. They didn't do as good a job as I thought they might ought to. There's a couple times where I thought the line of game was that they didn't reach the line of game, and they gave them the line of game. So but I'm not on the sideline this week. That's what makes a difference. A different view up here.
It is. And just so you know, we didn't fire Jesse. He's still with us. He just has some obligations, commitments already scheduled back before the season started. And, of course, he's enjoying some time with his family this week. And so, Jesse, hopefully, we'll be back next week. Got a score from Edgewater in the fourth quarter. It is Edgewater 21, Niceville 14. And, Robbie, the last score we had, I think, on Bluntstown and Taylor was Bluntstown was ahead.
That's right.
12-7.
Same score we have here. And going back, Mark, to that, talking about the history of Matt and Vernon and the Vernon-Baker history. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. When Matt
Gladly.
I know you will. When Matt went to Crestview, is that when Coach Webb went to Vernon?
I'm not sure.
When Matt came to Crestview, because Matt comes to Crestview, and right about that same time, Coach Webb leaves and goes to Vernon. Because I know he leaves here and goes to Vernon when he left Baker.
I think you're right. I think you're all right. Yeah, maybe been about the same time.
And I'm not going to say the coach's name we got, but I think we got the short end of the stick. I didn't call no names. I was very nice.
Now, here's a score that might be of interest. Madison County, this is a final score. Madison shuts out Union 49-0.
Are you surprised?
Not really.
I mean, even the great Dan Shugart says 1A is just a number. It's not the real deal when it comes to Madison County. So
it's actually 12-7 now on that one.
So
yeah,
we'd love to see Taylor County win that game against Bluntstown if we can pull out a victory here. But Mark, we got work to do. The Gators have got work to do coming back this second half. They've got to do a better job of containment. We talked about that in the beginning, is containing the speed of the Vernon Yellow Jackets, because we've seen it. They've got it. and we just got to contain the edges, and we're not doing a good job of turning them back into the middle of the field where our meat is. And that's what we got to do. We got to turn them back into those big guys and let those big guys come up and make the tackle. So we got to do a better job of that in the second half.
I agree. And looking at these stats, I want to just go over some of these real quick. Joe Brunson has clipped that 2,000-yard mark. He's at 2,022 yards, 20 touchdowns. He averages 8 yards a carry. Jack Adams has 694 on 46 carries. He's got 10 touchdowns. Eric McQueen has 19 carries, 239. Seth Baxa, 33 for 222. And quarterback Sam Croson has 153 yards. But now Sam has only thrown the ball 39 times this year. 22 completions. That's a little more than 50%.
Yeah.
7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And kind of leading the way, of course, Jack Adams, 4 for 114, 4 touchdowns. That's a pretty good average, receptions to touchdowns.
Yeah.
And
Mark, you look at Sam's numbers and you see, well, what has Sam done? He ain't thrown it 39 times. What has he done? I'm going to tell you what Sam has done. Sam has been a great game manager out there for the Gators. You don't see a bad exchange from Sam to his running backs. And people can say what they want to, but that's all part of the game. And he's done a great job all season long. His senior leadership has showed up out there, and he's just managed every single game well. His stats may not reflect how great of a player and great of an athlete he is.
That's true. Hey, got an update, Robbie. It is now Taylor 21, Blountstown 12.
Wow.
In the second
quarter.
Yeah, so that game going back and forth, much like this one.
Yeah, and Mark, you just hope that at some point the Gators can get themselves on track offensively and the defense. And hey, if I put my trust in any coaching staff, I put my trust in the Coach Brunson's coaching staff, because they are able to go in at the half with the information they've gathered in the first half and make the adjustments they need. They've done it all year long. They've made the adjustments they need. They did that against Northview and was able to come out on top when they faced adversity. And the same thing with the Port St. Joe game. Was able to, when we saw adversity, pull through. And I got faith in them. I really do, until they prove us wrong. I know earlier in the year the Blountstown game got away from us. We didn't recover in that game, but we can recover in this one and pull this victory out tonight.
And you mentioned the coaching staff, and we failed to mention the coaches, but Rob Armstrong, the offensive coordinator. You got David Oglesby, Anthony Patton, Willa Kersey, and Steve Combes, who I believe is retiring this year.
That's right.
And he has been here, I believe, since about 1987 or so. I have to.
33 years or something like that.
Something like that. And then you got defensive coordinator Andy Valmas, Rusty Oglesby, John Carlisle, Adam Henry, Josh Long. These guys do a great job. Coach Brunson, win or lose, he gets he's either the GOAT or the hero. And
that's right. And I'm telling you, but I can promise you, he talks about those guys right there. And the job that they do week in and week out, and what they do in practice, and how that they work hard, to make sure their guys are doing what they're supposed to do with the offense coordinator, with Coach Armstrong at offense coordinator, and Coach Valmas at the defensive side of things. And so those guys, they work hard all week, and Coach Brunson's always talking about the job that they do. And so he definitely gives credit to his coaching staff and what they do.
Well, exactly. That's the kind of man Matt Brunson is. Gives that glory to somebody else. Coaches, players, fans, the families, everyone. Halftime here, Baker behind 12-7. Did you want to take care of this?
Let's do this, and then we'll take care of this.
Sounds good. You're listening to the 2019 FHSAA Region Semifinal football game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
Join us for the Northwest Florida Horse Expo November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. Jackpot barrel racing and team roping Friday night. Saturday and Sunday all-day seminars from Dr. Hank Lee, Ray Ainsworth, Jeff Davis, Booger Brown, Jody Kelly, and many more. All disciplines will be represented. Horse starting, nutrition, horsemanship, jumping, dressage, reining, cutting, lameness, and parasite seminars going on all weekend. Youth dummy roping and stick horse egg and spoon competition. Over 40 vendors will be on the grounds. Northwest Florida Horse Expo, November 22nd through 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. More information available on Facebook or at northwestfloridahorseexpo.com.
The FHSAA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching the FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it, all by following us on social media at FHSAA.
And thanks, Robbie Cole, for taking care of that for me. And we were talking about our offense, but now also defensively, as far as defensive stats, Devin Jordan is the leading tackler. 77 total tackles, and also he leads in the sacks with 5 sacks.
Yeah, he's done a great job all year. And the thing that when I was looking at the stats that I noticed, he has 5 sacks and 7 hurries. But there's a guy that we've talked about earlier in the season. Look at Zane Steele and the hurries that he's caused. 12. Mm-hmm. He only has 1 sack, but he's been in the face of the quarterback a whole lot this year. And we need those guys right there. Those guys. Eric McQueen, he is playing on a bum knee. He does have a torn ACL, I was told. But he's playing with it. That's tough. That young man's tough. And so he's playing with the injury. He's got the knee brace on. And he's out there playing tonight. And but we need those guys to step up and put some pressure on that backfield, and when they drop back to passing, we have done that. We've seen some pressure, and so need to continue to step that up through the Gator defense.
Well, you mentioned those hurries and the pressure on what we thought was intentional grounding against Devion Bush. You had Garrett Mitchum. I believe Zane Steele was in on that one, and I want to say Devin Jordan perhaps, but you had 3 Baker Gators right there in the face, and you're right. You put a quarterback under pressure, and it's hard to complete that pass. Unless you're like Peyton Manning, I guess, or someone like, or Tom Brady, or someone like that, I guess. But
no, usually they just fall down.
You're a good man. You're a good
man.
Man.
You know that's the NFL way.
That's right.
They fall down. I can touch them. You put a paw on them, and they go, whoop, I'm down. Don't hit me, please. That didn't happen. That's why I like high school football at its truest form.
Exactly. Going back to college football, last week, Bama quarterback Tua goes down with a hip injury. Out for the season, who knows afterwards. And there's been a lot of debate, discussion, should Saban have let them in? They were ahead 35-7, should have just took them out. Of course, hindsight's 20/20, but your thoughts, Robbie, what do you think should have happened there, or do you want to comment?
I do.
Okay,
I
do
want to comment.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to be honest with you, not to question the great Nick Saban, but you're playing Mississippi State, a game that you would have to just absolutely play terrible to lose. Mississippi State not very good this year. I honestly don't think Tua should have been on the field at all. Matt Jones would have come in, done his job, and got some good playing experience, and gave Tua another week or two to get himself recovered and ready for the Auburn game. I wouldn't have played him till the Auburn game unless Matt Jones just got in a dire trouble and you had to have him. he'd have been my emergency valve. I wouldn't have used him at all.
That's a good point. We are about set for the second half of this region semifinal game between Baker and Vernon. The Gators 10-1 on the season. Their only loss was to Blountstown. The Yellow Jackets 8-3. They also lost to Blountstown, lost to Crestview, and there was one more team you said they lost to, and now I forgot who that was, Robbie. But anyway, they were 8-3. But
I can't remember either.
Yeah, I was looking at some common opponents. They beat Graceville like we did. We both beat Northview. And both beat Port St. Joe.
Yeah, I have that in my stuff right here, but I don't know what I've done with it.
Not that it matters, but it's always fun to look at the common opponents. So, anyway, we are about set for this third quarter kickoff. It is Vernon 12 and Baker 7. Baker in their home maroon jerseys with the white numbers and maroon pants, maroon helmets. The blue and orange Yellow Jackets, white jerseys with blue numbers, blue pants, orange stripes, and blue helmets. And a lot of dirt, mud, and grass on those white jerseys, Robbie. The field unusually wet tonight. So here we go. Set to kick off. Number 1, Darryl Powell. And it will be down by Ashton Morrison. Took a little spin there. They thought it might go to bounds, but it spun around and stayed in. And heads up play by Ashton Morrison to get on the ball.
And Mark, on that play, I counted them 3 times. We had 12 men on the field. We were confused, and so were the referees.
So we got away with 1?
We did. We had 12. I counted it 3 times.
Well, that's not saying much about your counting, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, I don't know. From what I was told one day on my bus this week, girl couldn't spell or something. She said, I do go to Baker. So I'm just saying for what she said. I didn't go to Baker, so I know I can count.
I'm just kidding, Robbie. It is 1st and 10, ball just shy of the 30-yard line. Again, Sam Croson under center. And first play, hands off to Joe Brunson. And Joe Brunson off the right side. And not much, maybe a yard, brings up second down for the Gators.
He's following that right side over there. Had the shift go on. Who was that made the shift over there? That was number 80. That was Joshua Gamble. Shifts over to the right side, so he runs behind Josh Gamble and also behind Eric McQueen, but just no running room behind those 2 guys.
Yeah, 1-yard pickup, second down, 9 for the Gators. 11:30, third quarter. 12-7 Vernon on top. And now empty backfield except for Garrett Mitchum behind Sam Croson. Josh Gamble goes to the other side. And now Joe Brunson back at running back. And it's Joe Brunson this time off the left side. And nowhere to go. Runs smack dab into John Somerset.
Yeah, that time Joe just trying to run this time to the weak side. And that time just nothing on that side either. So Joe to the right, Joe to the left, and no running room.
2-yard pickup brings up third down, 7 for the Gators. Ball about the 32-yard line, 10:48 to go in the third. And again, same formation, Sam under center. Now Joe goes in motion. And one of the Yellow Jackets jumps off sides.
Mark, I'm going to tell you something that the Gators do a lot on their snap count, and this is where they get them to jump off sides, is they usually snap on when Sam goes down, set, and there's snap between set and hut.
Gotcha.
And so, and when they hold it all the way to hut, a lot of teams get used to the way that Sam does it, and then kind of confuses them.
Well, it's an easy 5-yard gain for the Gators. Now third down and about 2 yards to go. Ball at the 37-yard line. 10:14 to go third quarter.
Got to hurry here.
And it's Joe Brunson, and he does a somersault over the Yellow Jackets and gets to about the 40-yard line.
That somersault was real close to somersault right into the first down, and the guy in the white hat says, yes, it is a first down.
1st and 10, Baker. Ball just shy of their 40. 10:04 third quarter. It is 12-7, the Yellow Jackets on top.
Gymnastics works in football.
Apparently.
Did on that play. It wasn't a planned somersault, I don't believe, though.
Maybe not.
But again, that's what we've said all year. Joe is always falling forward. Even in the somersault, he's falling forward.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, 9:40 third quarter. Jack Adams on the handoff around the left side, and he is brought down by E.J. Redis, but is another nearly first down run for the Baker Gators, just shy of midfield.
And I think there may be a flag on the other side. There is. And I don't know. And again, another illegal shift. Every time we give the football to Jack, the guy across the way is the one that's calling that illegal shift.
Well, Robbie, I did see 2 men in motion. I was hoping they didn't see it, but if I saw it, I'm sure they saw it as well.
So
nullifies another run by Jack Adams.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 1st and 15. But again, give the ball to Jack. Jack's able to squeak through the small holes, and Jack just hits a hole and goes. And so let's see what they do here on this play with a 1st and 15.
From their 35-yard line, 9:15 to go in the third quarter. And Sam Croson looks to the sideline. Jack in motion again, hands off to Garrett Mitchum, and Mitchum maybe 2 or 3 yards, brings up 2nd down and about 12 for the Gators.
Yeah, tough sledding there for Garin, but Garin does get positive yards and makes it maybe a little bit more manageable here on 2nd down, but still you're playing behind the sticks. With that illegal shift puts you behind the sticks, and it's hard to overcome those things.
Yeah, 2nd down 12 from the 38-yard line, 8:35 third quarter. Now, offense gets set. And it's Joe Brunson off the right side, cuts it back in, and Joe is brought in after a short gain near the 43-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by Joe. Just that time, some of the time when he's been running that play, he kind of hesitates. That time he just went straight into the hole and hit the hold hard and was able to push his way forward for about a 5-yard gain.
Tackle made by Gable Cook for the Yellow Jackets. 3rd down and 6. Ball near the 43, 7:55 third quarter. Jack Adams in motion. And it's Garrett Mitchum. And he pulls across the 45. And it takes about 6 Jackets to bring him down. And looks like they grabbed his face mask, but no flag is thrown.
Well, it's going to be 4th down and about 3 yards. And let me say this, not just looks like they grabbed the face mask, but they're blowing the whistle and they still push him back 3 or 4 or 5 more yards and tackling with nothing else happening. So, play stops when the whistle stops.
Exactly. It is 4th and 2. From the Baker 48-yard line, and another flag. And once again, looks like 2 men in motion. Vernon trying to get a flag thrown. And Robbie just mass confusion, it seems like.
I told you zebra stripes were confused as well. And again, they were confused on that play. I'm confused.
6:47, third quarter. Baker behind 12-7. And you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
6:47 third quarter. And Robbie, real quick, Edgewater 28, Niceville 22, 13 left in that ball game. 12-7 here. Vernon on top, 4th and 2 for the Gators. And it's Joe Brunson behind Carter Mason, and Joe's got the first down into Vernon territory.
And a great job there. Carter Mason pulling from that right tackle position, right guard position, was able to come across there and get a block and able to secure that first down for Joe with the run.
Well, that's just what Baker needed. 1st and 10 at the 48 of Vernon.
The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate sponsors who help make the FHSAA Football Championship possible. The official merchandise company of the FHSAA, Gatorade Thirst Quencher, fueling for the future. Mainlight Events, the official photo company of the FHSAA. Balfour, the official supplier of championship rings. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner. Max Preps, official scoring and stats. GoFan, official online ticket provider. The NFHS Network, the official online partner. And Wilson, provider of official game balls for the 2019 FHSAA Football Championship.
6:42 third quarter. Vernon 12, Baker 7. But the Gators 1st and 10 at the Vernon 48, and that was some hard-earned yards on that drive, and it's still going on. And it is Joe Brunson right in the middle, and just a swarm of Jackets brings them down.
And Mark, what the Yellow Jackets have done here, they have just decided, hey, we're going to put 10 men in the box, sometimes 11 men in the box, and just keep running it because we're sold out to stopping the run, and that's exactly what they've done so far here in the second half. But the Gators keeping this drive alive. No gain on that play. See what the Gators can do here on 2nd and 10.
And Gabriel Cook again on that tackle, and Gabriel Cook leads the Vernon defense in tackles with 85, and got one there on Joe Brunson. And again, Garrett Mitchum on the handoff, maybe a couple yards. And Robbie, it was good to see on that play when Gable tackled Joe, he actually gave him a hand and helped him right up. And so these teams trying to show some sportsmanship. Seeing a lot of it here again, both number 80s for Vernon and Baker exchanging handshakes there. So trying to keep this game under control, but nonetheless, 3rd down 9 for Baker at the Vernon 48-yard line. Clock rolling, 5:15 third quarter. In motion is Jack Adams, and it's Joe Brunson on the right side. Joe finds a hole, and he is brought down, but it's a close to a first down, brought down near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be just a couple yards short. And, Mark, for the folks that can't see at home, the Vernon Yellow Jackets are no longer wearing white jerseys.
They are covered in mud, dirt, and grass. 4:49.
Looks like gray jerseys out there.
Exactly. 4th and 3. Baker going for it at the Vernon 42-yard line. 10 seconds on the play clock, and Sam looking to the sideline. Joe looking to the sideline. 5 seconds. And it's Joe Brunson right side, and Joe falls forward.
It looks like Vernon sent the ball the other direction. Maybe that he didn't get the first down is what they were saying.
I think you're right. It is. The Jackets do stop Baker just shy of the first down, and it's Vernon football, 1st and 10.
Well, Mark, we were doing exactly what we needed to do coming out here in the second half with the ball on the first drive of the game, and we run near about, 8 minutes off the clock, 7.5 minutes off the clock, to no avail, though. That's the only problem. As we took that time off the clock and able to put points on the board.
4:24 third quarter. Vernon 12, Baker 7. It is 1st and 10. Vernon just shy of their 40-yard line. Devion Bush in shotgun, rolls to his right, wants to pass. Under pursuit by Devin Jordan. Gets the ball off, and it's almost picked off. Seth backs it almost with the interception, but it falls incomplete. Brings up second down 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Another just in and out of the hands. Great pursuit there. Devin Jordan back there right in the quarterback's face, and I did pick up the number of the other young man that was back there for the Gators, but another Baker Gator got in his face. He heaves it down there just in a ton of traffic, and Sam Baxa almost has the pickoff. Again, he would like to have that one back just like Jack Adams earlier.
Exactly. Second down 10, Vernon from their 39-yard line, 4:17 to go, and now timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. You're listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898, 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT. WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators!
4:17, third quarter, 12-7, Vernon on top. Second down 10 for the Jackets from their 39-yard line. And Bush hands off to Watford left side, breaks one tackle, still going across midfield and forced out of bounds by Jack Adams and Brody Sharp near the 50-yard line. First down for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, again, the Yellow Jackets able to get the edge there and able to get it to the second level. But a great job there, Jack Adams, getting over there to make the tackle, get him out of bounds before he got much further down the field.
Well, actually, he is stopped shy of the first down marker, about 2 yards shy, so it's third down and 2 from the 47-yard line. 4:09 left in the third quarter. Pistol formation for the Yellow Jackets. Handoff goes to Kawan Powell, and he is stopped by several Gators. Josh Gamble, Jake Miller. A fumble on the play, and the Gators have the ball.
And I think Jake Miller might have been the one that caused that fumble right there, stripping it out of his hand. Not sure who fell on it.
Well, Eric McQueen was down there along with Jake Miller. And not, like you said, not sure who came up with it, but the Gators do. So, wow, what a great stop. That really puts they just kind of knocks the wind out of the Vernon sail. 4:04, third quarter, Vernon 12, Baker 7. But now Baker with the ball right back. And they're at the about the 46-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. And Sam wants to pass, going deep for Joe Brunson. He's got Joe at the 20, the 15, the 10. A great play from Sam to Joe. First and 10, Baker.
And a great job there. We wanted that play earlier, but that time Joe Brunson was able to get behind the coverage. Sam made a right-on-the-money pass to Joe and gets the Gators down in just inside the 15, maybe a little further, almost to the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. So it'll be a first and 10 from the 11-yard line.
First and 10, Baker, 3:50 to go in the third. They trail 12-7. But about a 35-yard pass play from Sam to Joe Brunson. That brings this crowd to their feet. And now Sam under his quarterback, hands up to Joe right side. Joe still going. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Baker Gators.
Great job right there. The Gators are opening up a big hole for Joe around the right side. Joe hitting the hole and taking it to pay dirt. And a great job there by the offensive line for the Gators to put the Gators back on top.
Yeah, 12-yard run. And now they're up 13-12. And now, Robbie, looks like Ethan Edge in for the extra point. Now, last week, he made his debut as place kicker. We scored 5 touchdowns. Ethan went 5 for 5. 100%. You can't get no better than that. Ryan Fleming is your holder. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is good. Ethan Edge, 6 for 6 on the year. 3:30, third quarter. Your new score, Baker 12, Baker 14, Vernon 12. And you are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...
.3:30 third quarter, and Robbie Niceville is knocked out of the playoff. Edgewater beats Niceville 28-20. Halftime, Taylor 21, Bluntstown 12. It is 14-12 here. Baker on top of Vernon. A 12-yard touchdown run by Joe Brunston. And now Pierce Thompson set to kick off for the Gators.
Pooch kick.
You think
High
so?
Pooch kick.
And it's actually a little squib kick taken at the 30 by Kawan Powell, and he is wrapped up. Ethan Edge in there, along with Seth Baxa, Jake Miller, Bodie Cole, Ryan Fleming, Shane White. They had just a team meeting there at Kawan Powell, and he is stopped.
And I think the guys on top of us, above our heads, I think they liked it as well. I thought there was an earthquake going on.
Yeah, there is something on the roof for sure.
I think the coaching staff enjoyed that up there.
Kawan Powell gets to the 38-yard line, 3:22, first and 10. Baker 14, Vernon 12. Push, passes back to Powell. He's going to the air, and great job. It was almost called by Chiron Green, but Jack Adams knocks the ball out of his hands. So a great defensive play by Jack Adams.
That was a 2-on-1. It looked like a fast-breaking basketball, Mark. It was 2-on-1. The pass came, the alley-oop came, and Jack Adams got in between two guys and just knocked the ball to the ground. Great job, Jack Adams.
Yeah, well, Bush takes the snap, pitches back to Kawan Powell. He throws downfield. He had two receivers down there, Darrell Powell and Chiron Green. And Chiron Green had the ball right in his hands, and then just Jack Adams just knocks it right out. So the defense really stepping up after that big touchdown by the Gators. And now looks like timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. 3:14, third quarter. Baker 14, Vernon 12. And you're listening to the 2019 FHS AA Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to say thank you to the Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union for supporting our coverage of Baker Gator football. Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of financial services with 4 locations, including the Baker branch location at the entrance to Baker School next to the Gator Cafe. They can be reached at 850-537-9815 or on the web at OkaloosaFCU.org. You can be a member of the credit union if you live, work, or worship or attend school in Okaloosa County. For all your financial needs, it's Okaloosa County Teachers Federal Credit Union, achieving goals together.
3:14, third quarter. Baker 14, Vernon 12. Second down 10 for the Yellow Jackets from their 37-yard line. In motion is Watford. Bush, pitch back to Powell. He slips down, and a flag comes flying in.
It was the turf monster.
Swamp.
I messed up here. I got geared up to say Swamp Monster and said Turf Monster. It was the Swamp Monster. Hey, decline that penalty. Make that baby 3rd down and long.
And they do decline. It was a holding call against the Yellow Jackets. And I was afraid it was going to be against us just because. But it was against the Yellow Jackets. Declined, and they put the ball back at the 34-yard line where Kawan Powell went sliding into third base.
Third base.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. Sounds good.
Yeah, there you go.
So
slid back 3 yards.
It is. Well, he slid right. 3rd down, 13 from the 34, 2:50, third quarter. Powell in motion. Bush wants to pass. Another flag comes down, and Bush is taken down also. Big tackle by number 2, Zane Steele. And wait and see what this flag is about.
And it's going to be a legal procedure, and I believe a legal shift against the Yellow Jackets, and that's what it is. Because Kawan Powell started toward the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Well, I saw that, and I thought that was illegal, but wasn't for sure. But it is. So now the Yellow Jackets facing 4th and about 13 from their 34-yard line. 2:39 to go in the third, 14-12. And what's going on, Robbie?
It's 4th and 8. They did get, he did pick up about 5 yards on that play.
My correction, 4th and 8. Still punting formation for the Yellow Jackets. Just does get the ball off, and it bounces and rolls back towards the Gator 40-yard line. So the Gators, the defense, forces a 3 and out.
Yeah,
now,
great job there by the Gator defense to get in there and do their job, force that 3 and out, and some great field position. That ball checked up like a pitching wedge. Like you hit a golf ball with a pitching wedge, it checked up and come back in the Gators' favor, and the Yellow Jackets just let that happen. So great job there by the Yellow Jackets, if I can say that. Huh? Thank you.
You can say it. Yes, sir, you're welcome. 2:22 to go in the third. 14-12, Baker on top. 1st and 10 from their 40. And Jack Adams trying to go forward, and the Yellow Jackets pushed him back. And they do give his progress to the 42-yard line. 2nd down, or to the 40, 42, 2nd down, 7 for the Gators.
Now, I'm glad you can tell where the ball is placed on the field, because right there in that part of the field, it's a mud hole. It is not grass.
Well, there are no hash marks in the middle of the field. There are some on the sidelines, but they are hard to see. So I apologize, but I am trying to call it the best I can. But it is hard to see because, like you said, it is just – it's like a swamp out there.
Well, it is the swamp.
It is. 1:35, third quarter, 2nd down, and about 7. And Joe Brunston kind of bounces off and now forced out of bounds near the 40 – about the 46, 47 of the Yellow Jackets. 1st and 10, Gators.
Well, Mark, we talked about it, and here the Gators with 1:29 left to go here in the third quarter. They've had the ball the majority of the time, and I think that's the key to this rest of this ball game is putting drives together, moving the ball down the field, running time off the clock, and keeping that Vernon offense on their sideline.
That's a good point. It is 1st and 10, Baker at the Vernon, about the 47-yard line. 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Baker 14, Vernon 12. Sam hands off to Joe. Joe behind Carter Mason finds a little running room and forced out of bounds. A short gain. He gets to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Joe looked like he was in a pinball machine that time, just bouncing off of tacklers and was able to get some positive yards out of something that looked like was going to go for a tackle for loss, but he just bounced off of them like a pinball in a pinball machine.
I like all your little analogies there, Robbie. Baseball, basketball, golf, pinball.
Soccer's next.
Soccer's next. Gotcha. 1:25, third quarter, 14-12 Baker. 2nd down, then about 8, ball just inside the 45 of the Yellow Jackets. And they got to call a timeout, 1 second on the play clock just to get the timeout called.
Yeah, great job there by Joe to notice the play clock was going down. He's saying, hey, we got to get a timeout here.
And you are listening to the 2019 FHS Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
We are proud to acknowledge the support of Whitehurst Powell Funeral Home in Crestview. They are a family-owned and operated funeral home, open 7 days a week, and can handle all funeral needs. Plus, they offer advanced planning. Whitehurst Powell is also home to the Southern Heritage Crematory. They are located at 436 James Lee Boulevard, and the phone number is 850-682-3052. Owner Andy Powell is committed to caring for you in your time of need, and is also proud to help make coverage of Baker Gator football possible.
Third quarter, 125, and Robbie, real quick, it is Taylor 21, Bluntstown 18 in the third quarter. 14-12 here, Baker on top of Vernon. It is second down, 8 for the Gators. Ball about the 44-yard line, looks like, 43-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. And play clock down to about 12. In motion is Joe Brunson. Handoff goes to Garrett Mitchum, the big fullback, and Garrett Mitchum, he just pushes and shoves and pulls his way. And now flags come in. Carter Mason with his hands up, and not sure what's going on between Vernon and Carter Mason, but some flags come in, and I'm sure there's some unsportsmanlike. Wait for the white hat to give the official call, but Garrett Mitchum, he is just a bulldozer, just. And it is against the Yellow Jackets. Go ahead, Robbie.
You know, and I'm telling you, Carter Mason, I'm not sure what he done there on the play, but it really aggravated the player from Vernon. He got it pushing and shoving, and Mason did a great job. He just did what you want to do. Throw your hands up in the air and said, hey, I'm not doing anything. You know, I ain't doing anything. Whether he did anything or not, he didn't do anything. And a great job there, and an extra 15 yards on that puts the Gators somewhere right around the 20-yard line.
Exactly, Robbie, on the 20-yard line. 1:16 to go, third quarter. Baker 14, Vernon 12, first and 10. Gators at the Yellow Jacket 20. And again, Joe Brunson on the handoff, left side. Joe to the 10, the 5. And he is just shy of the goal line. Forced out of bounds about the 1. A 19-yard run by Joe Brunson, and Yellow Jackets slow to get up. It's number 11, Marcel Randolph.
Yeah, and great job running by Joe. Randolph tried to get over there and make the tackle, but the field is so slick it was about like an ice hockey ring, and he just slipped down and couldn't make the tackle.
Hockey analogy. Good. I like that.
I knew I could throw that in there at some point.
Hat trick. A minute 4, third quarter, 14-12, Baker. The Gators first and goal, ball at the 1-yard line. And there's a flag. Is it a
delay of game is what they're going to call.
Delay of game on the Gators. That'll back them up 5 yards. 61 seconds to go in this third quarter. 14-12 Baker.
Yeah, the Gators got to be patient right there. Just kind of got a little overzealous on the left side of the line. I saw that left side of the line move. And, you know, when you move that early, you're going to get...
Well, now, was it delay of game or untrue start?
It was the delay of game, but it also was a false. They could have called that either way. Gotcha. But I guess we ran out of time before we made the false start. I don't know. It was too close. Got to hurry up right here. We're going to do it again.
Exactly. 10 seconds on the play clock. Sam, Garen, and Joe in the backfield, and it's Joe Brunson, and another whistle, another flag. And Robbie, a lot of our players and Vernon players helping each other up, showing some good sportsmanship in spite of the unsportsmanlike penalties. Untrue start against the Gators, backs them up 5 more yards.
Going the wrong direction.
First and goal from the 1, now first and goal from the 11-yard line.
And Mark, I don't know how they market it, but it looks like the nose of the football is on the 10-yard line.
It does, but we're at an angle right here.
Maybe that's maybe that's what it is. But
if we had our sideline reporter back on the field,
yeah, I know what's wrong with that guy.
Yeah, he must be on vacation or something.
I mean, shoot, can't be at two places at one time.
That's right. 60 seconds. Another flag comes in. I think this one may go against the Yellow Jackets.
60 seconds left to go on the clock. We've attempted to run 3 plays, and there's been 3 flags, and the balls went back 10 yards, and now it's going back the other direction 5 yards. So, can we do that again and get those other 5 yards back?
It is possible.
I love it. They keep moving the ball back and forth. We'll get in the end zone before you know it.
1 minute left in the third quarter for the third time in a row. Now first and goal from the 5. Garrett Mitchum on the handoff, and this time doesn't get through the defensive front. Is stopped, no gain.
Hey, but it's only second down, Mark.
Yes,
I feel like
is.
it's fifth down.
It seems like it. Now I was watching the official. One of them pulled his flag out like he was going to throw it, then puts it back in his pocket.
That's because Brunson said, put that thing up.
We're down
Put that back, as our pastor would say.
Exactly. Down to 25 seconds in the third quarter. Second down, goal, ball about the 5-yard line. And this time it is Eric McQueen on the handoff, and Eric McQueen stops shy about the 4-yard line, brings up third down for the Gators. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. At the end of 3, your score, Baker 14, Vernon 12, and you're listening to the 2019 FHSAA Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
One of our sponsors this year for our live coverage of Baker Gator varsity football is Wise Equipment in Crestview. Wise Equipment specializes in sales and services of Kubota and John Deere mowers and tractors. They carry Steel and John Deere chainsaws, line trimmers, and blowers. Plus, they have John Deere toys. All products are backed by a manufacturer's warranty. Wise Equipment is located at 1147 South Purdon Boulevard in Crestview and can be reached at 850-682-3366.
As we start the fourth quarter, Baker 14 and Vernon 12, and Robbie, a couple more scores. Over in Pensacola, Escambia in the third, leading Robert E. Lee 25-13, and Florida High in the fourth, shutting out Catholic 13-0. So
that one kind of surprises me.
We've seen one of our county teams go down already. Niceville losing to Edgewater. Which one surprised you, Catholic or Escambia?
The Catholic one does.
Yeah. Well, they're still undefeated, I believe.
Yeah, they have lost.
So they're losing to Florida High in the fourth quarter. And here it is 14-12. It is third down and goal from the Vernon 4-yard line. As we start this fourth quarter. Sam Croson under center. And the ball is loose. No touchdown.
Let me tell you what happened right there, Mark.
Yeah, I thought he got the ball.
Sam never got the snap. Ran up there and picked it, backed out, then ran up there, picked the ball up, and took it into the end zone. Great job, Sam Croson.
Is that a fumble-rooski?
Maybe so. It's Sam's own version.
Well, it works, and Baker extends that lead 20-12. 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. And Robbie, once again, Ethan Hedge on for the extra point. The holder, Ryan Fleming. Ethan is now 6 for 6 on the season, 5 for 5 last week in his debut as place kicker. Of course, now I heard he had kicked some in middle school and on JV, so here we go. And the kick, it is good. So Ethan 7 for 7.
Football fans, the best games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2019 Florida High School Football State Championships games. The intense 1A, 2A action takes place at Gene Cox Stadium in Tallahassee December the 5th through the 7th, and 4A through 8A will be at Daytona Stadium, hosted by DME Marketing December the 11th through 14th. Tickets start as low as $12. Come out and watch the best in Florida high school football play. Visit the FHSAA website at fhsaa.org for more information.
11:55 left in this ball game. Baker up 21-12 over Vernon.
Mark, this has gotten exciting.
It has. It has.
And I've talked about it before and during the halftime about the Gators and the coaching staff making those adjustments at the half, and thus far their adjustments have worked.
And Ethan Edge, 7 for 7 on extra points now this year, and Pierce Thompson here to kick off for the Gators. And Vernon they keep inching closer and closer, expecting the pooch kick. And there's the whistle. Here we go. And a flag. And Robbie, this is game 12 for both of these teams, and there are so many flags.
Well,
a legal procedure against the Gators.
He blew the whistle before Pierce ever had the chance to kick the ball, and I hadn't figured this out yet. I don't understand what this guy over here on this sideline even threw the flag for. I don't understand it, Mark. It didn't make much sense to me.
You and about hundreds of people here in the stands,
especially those over here on the home side.
Exactly.
And can I say this, Martin? Just looking at a nice crowd here for the Baker home folks.
And really, a big crowd from Vernon as well.
Yeah.
So once again, Pierce Thompson, and this time almost an onside kick. It didn't go the 10 yards, I don't think, Robbie. Or maybe it did.
It needed to go across the 45, but I'm not sure about that myself. I'm not sure about the call there. I think we should have kicked that thing a little deeper, but because now we give it to them on our side of the football field. I trust our defense, but we don't need to help them any.
1st and 10, Vernon from the Baker 46-yard line. 11:55 left in this ball game. 21-12, Baker in the lead. Quarterback number 14, Devion Bush. Behind him, Kawan Powell. Pitch back to Powell left side. He's across the 45, 40, and forced out of bounds by Jack Adams.
Yeah, another good run there by Kawan Powell. When he gets the ball from that position, he's able to get that speed around the left side and get outside of containment and able to scoot ahead for about 9 yards.
Yeah, 9-yard run brings up 2nd down and 1. The ball about the 37-yard line. 11:48 left in this ball game. Again, pistol formation for the Yellow Jackets. Devion Bush, quarterback. Kawan Powell behind him. Bush wants to throw. Back deep. Goes deep downfield. And a diving catch made by Vernon. And it's a touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And that, I believe, is number 1, Darrell Powell. And Robbie, he extends himself, makes a great over-the-shoulder diving catch into the end zone. A great play by Vernon. And it's 21-18 just like that.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to maybe that kickoff. Kick that baby a little deeper next time.
Well, you cannot deny what a great play. That was a ESPN Sports Center top 10 play in my book. And the Yellow Jackets going for 2 points here, down 21-18. Bush takes the snap, rolls to his right, wants to go to the air, goes to the air, and the pass is caught. It is good. So the Jackets come right back. They narrow that score 21-20, 11:38 left in the ball game. You are listening to the FHS AA Semi-Regional Football Game on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to send a special thanks to CCSI of Crestview, Florida, as businesses like you do all your support that makes this live coverage of the Baker Gators Friday Night Football possible.
WTJT is honored to recognize the support of Adams Sanitation to this ministry. Adams is locally owned and operated and has been for more than 35 years. They offer twice weekly pickup featuring automated trucks. No bagging of trash required. Adams also offers complimentary pickup of small bulk items, appliances, bagged yard waste, plus complimentary service to any church within their service area. They have 65 or 96-gallon rolling cans and pricing plans specifically for the senior 65 and older. The phone number to Adams Sanitation is 537-3282. The website is adamsanitation.com.
11:38 left in this ball game. 21-20, Baker on top. And surprise, 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 another flag against the Jackets this time. But still, Robbie, my goodness, the flags are just getting outrageous. Of course, if they're justified, they're justified.
Mark, I think I know what's going on here.
Tell me, Robbie, please.
The guy here that's on the sideline, I think he's used to being a white hat, and the only time that he can throw a flag and tell us what the flag is on the kickoff, because the white hat's standing down here in the end zone. Is that what it is? Is he just wanting to be the white hat tonight? I have never seen that many false starts on kickoffs in my life.
You're right. And in one game, especially.
Yeah, in one game.
Yes. So here we go again. Center kickoff is Powell. And it's deep. It will be Jack Adams at his 15, 20, 25. Cuts to the sideline. 30, 35, 40. Puts his head down. And he just punishes his tackler. And Jack Adams gets out to the 45. A 35-yard return by Jack Adams.
And I tell you what, I see what Jack Adams is doing right there. He's saying, guys, this is my senior year, and I want to play one more week. That's the kind of running Jack Adams just did just then. Lowers his head, runs over two whippy tacklers, and was able to get a great return out to about the 44-yard line. Good field position for the Gators to start this drive.
11:29 left in the ball game. Baker 21, Vernon 20. It is third down for the Gators. That's what the down marker says, third down.
Well, don't read that one.
No.
That one's wrong.
Yeah, way wrong.
Get it right over there, guys.
It is 1st and 10 from the 45, and now I think they finally noticed it. Okay, now it is 1st and 10, Baker from their 45-yard line. And Sam under center hands off to Seth Baxa, and Seth Baxa runs smack dab into Devon Foreman, and he just pushes him back to about the 40-yard line.
But we are going to get a yard out of that, Mark. Forward progress, they're going to say. So we didn't go nothing. Or backwards.
Yeah, second down, then about 9 yards. Ball just on the past the 45-yard line. 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Well, I didn't say he tackled him there, just say he pushed him back about 5 yards. But and it's Jack Adams left side. And Jack, maybe a yard or so, he gets to about the 47. Third down for the Gators.
And why are we stopping the clock?
Well, one of the officials, the one you were talking about.
Has he done thrown another flag?
No, but he called a timeout.
Who did?
Your official on the side there.
That's what I'm saying. Why is there time? That's what I'm saying. Why would we stop the clock? And the clock still isn't. Well, it's just now starting to move again.
Yeah.
My goodness, man! If you don't know what you're doing, keep your hands still.
10:37 to go, ball game.
Am I going to get in trouble?
You might.
That's why I do good on the sideline. I ain't mic'd up all the time.
Hand off to Seth Baxa. And Seth Baxa across midfield to the Vernon 48-yard line. We'll bring up 4th down for the Gators. 4th and about 3 yards to go from the 48.
Man, I really want to see our offense stay on the field here, but we're just at a point in the field where if we don't get the first down, then you're giving them great field position again, Mark. So I just don't know what you do here.
Well, it looks like Joe Brunson is back in punt formation, so the Gators are punting. Kawan Powell back at his 25-yard line. It is a fake. It is snapped to Joe Brunson, because Sam Croson was back in punt formation. It was a snap to Joe Brunson, a fake punt, and it goes nowhere. Stopped at midfield, 1st and 10, Vernon.
Well, Mark, when I saw Sam Croson drop back in punt formation and Joe up as one of the up guys, I was like, well, I hadn't seen that punt formation all year. This is going to be a fake, and the Gators just not able to pull it off. And so Vernon Yellow Jackets have half the field to go to get into the end zone and take a lead.
Well, it did fake me out. I just assumed that was Joe back there in punt formation, but it was Sam Croson, and Joe with the up back and takes the direct snap and does not get the first down. And as you said, Robbie, it is 1st and 10, Vernon from midfield. 9:34 left in the ball game. 9:34. Baker leads it 21-20.
Let's go defensive line. Get in there and get some pressure on that quarterback.
So shotgun formation for Bush. That's a Wildcat. That's Powell direct snap, and Powell's got the first down and more and forced out of bounds near the 35-yard line by Seth Baxa. And it is a hold against the Yellow Jackets. Nullifies that first down run by Kawan Powell. 9:26 now left in this ball game. Baker on top by 1. And that will be, is that a 10-yard penalty there, Robbie?
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be about an 8-yard loss, I think.
It's hard to tell. About 6 or 7 yard loss or a penalty there. So 1st and about 17 now back at the 43-yard line. 9:26, 4th quarter. Baker leads it by 1. And another flag. Untrue start against the Yellow Jackets.
I'm going to tell you, the Yellow Pigeons have just flown like crazy tonight.
Robbie, I think there's been more plays with flags than without flags in this game tonight.
Is that Yellow Pigeons or is that what we call Tweety Bird?
Tweety Bird, yeah. Robbie in the 4th. Escambia now up 32-13 over Robert E. Lee. So Escambia looks like they may be advancing to the next round. So 1st and 22, back inside the 40. Handoff Kawan Powell. He finds a hole. He's across the 45-yard line. Well, Bill still bring up 2nd down and about 15 yards to go.
So it is 2nd down. I've done lost track of what down it is, so many penalties.
It is 2nd down. Actually, it's 2nd down and about 13. They give them progress to the 47-yard line. So 2nd down, 13 from the 47 of the Yellow Jackets. 8:50 to go in this ball game. And Bush to the air. Here's Powell. Powell makes a spin move but can't get out of the grasp of number 44, Ethan Edge, with a great tackle on Darryl Powell.
I just want to know something. Who gave Paula Cosin a bell?
I don't know.
She was ringing that thing mighty hard that go around.
Well, that is her grandson out there.
Oh, yeah.
8:15 left in the ball game. 3rd down and 6. Vernon at the Baker 46. Bush in shotgun. Back to pass. Goes downfield. And he hits his man on the far side.
And I'm telling you, Mark, coaching staff's upset, and so am I, because there was a hold right in the middle of the line because a jersey, when it stretched 3 yards out, somebody's holding it.
Well, they didn't catch that one.
I don't know how.
But Vernon did catch the pass and the first down. And his first down, Vernon inside the Baker 40-yard line.
I'm showing you a demonstration of how that shirt was pulled.
That's a hold. 7:58 left in the ball game. 21-20, Baker on top. Bush, quarterback keeper, pitches the ball out. He gets smacked and pitches out to his running back, and he gets popped on the far side as well.
Mark, if you're a defender, it was any, mini, miny, mo. Which one do I want to go on? And the Gators hit all three of the guys that potentially had the football on that option play right there. And a great job by the Gator defense.
Yeah, it's a 2-yard loss back to the 40-yard line. Second down, 12 for the Jackets at the Baker 40. 7:21 to go. Another flag surprise goes against the Yellow Jackets. And I missed that one, Robbie.
I'm not sure. I think it, again, was a false, untrue start, And so against the Yellow Jackets. But I'm going to tell you, after every snap of the football, there's a guy in the stripes that's getting an earful. After every snap.
I believe it.
And that looks like a 6-yard penalty, by the way.
7:16 to go in the ball game. Second down, and it looks like it's about 16 yards from the Baker 45-yard line.
He's offside.
And Bush back to pass. Gets the ball off and just throws it away under heavy pressure from Carter Mason, Josh Gamble, and Eric McQueen.
And Mark, I don't know. Where's is the ball at the 45?
I think so, yeah.
That play just there, the ball's on this side on the Gator side of the 45. The receiver was lined up, foot on the white line. Lined up all sides and no flag. I don't get it. Whew.
I don't know what to say.
I got to quit talking.
It is third down and about 16 from the Baker 45-yard line. 6:56 left in this ball game. 21-20, Baker on top. And now timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT and the Baker Gators are proud to recognize Baker Parts in downtown Baker as a sponsor of live coverage of Baker Gator football. Baker Parts has auto parts and hardware for all household needs. Baker Parts is located at 1304 Georgia Avenue in Baker, and their phone number is 537-3131 or 537-4231. Thanks, Danny, and all the staff at Baker Parts for helping to make coverage of Baker Gator football possible on WTJT.
6:56 left in the ball game. 21-20 Baker on top. Robbie, Catholic has scored. It is now Florida High 13 and Catholic Pensacola 7 in the fourth quarter. Here, 21-20, third down and 16 from the Baker 45 for the Yellow Jackets. Kawan Powell goes to the far side. Bush back to pass. Another flag comes in.
Well, Mark, it's the same thing over here on this side. Your wide receivers lined up a half yard offsides. And that's, again, the call.
So they'll back him up 5 more yards.
And I understand the field's in a mess. I mean, the field looks a mess right here in the middle of the field, especially this part of the field. You can't even hardly see the line. But, you're looking right down the line. You got to see that every time. And he's done a great job of seeing that on the kickoffs.
It is third down and about 21 yards back at midfield. 6:48. Bush back to pass. He's going to be sacked by Eric McQueen. The ball comes loose. Baker has the ball. That is Joshua Gamble. Eric McQueen forces a fumble, and Joshua Gamble recovers at the Vernon 43-yard line.
And a great job by the defense right there. Eric McQueen coming around that defensive end position, getting right in the face of the quarterback, causing the fumble, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
6:43 to play in the ball game. You are listening to the 2019 FHS AA Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
Join us for the Northwest Florida Horse Expo November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. Jackpot barrel racing and team roping Friday night. Saturday and Sunday all-day seminars from Dr. Hank Lee, Ray Ainsworth, Jeff Davis, Booger Brown, Jody Kelly, and many more. All disciplines will be represented. Horse starting, nutrition, horsemanship, jumping, dressage, reining, cutting, lameness, and parasite seminars going on all weekend. Youth dummy roping and stick horse egg and spoon competition. Over 40 vendors will be on the grounds. Northwest Florida Horse Expo, November 22nd through 24th at the Baker Arena in Baker. More information available on Facebook or at northwestfloridahorseexpo.com.
6:43 left in the ball game. Baker 21, Vernon 20. It is 1st and 10 Baker at the Vernon 43-yard line. It is hard to see the lines now with these wet fields. In motion, Eric McQueen goes to the far side. And Sam hands off to Joe, left side. And Joe's to the 35 and forced out of bounds inside the 35-yard line.
And I think another Tweety Bird has flown.
Are you serious?
I want to know the count of penalties in this game, just on false starts alone, because it's a bunch.
It is a bunch. It is against the Gators. Nullifies a nice run by Joe Brunson.
I never did see the guy in the white hat say what it was, but I'm sure it was just holding. He was in the mix of a bunch of maroons, so I didn't see him.
Well, it must have been a holding call and a spot foul. It is 1st and about 17 back at the Gator 49. 6:36 to play in the ball game. 1st and 16 from their 49. Sam Croson hands off to Joe Brunson, left side. And Joe bounces the outside. And another flag comes in.
That one there's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct right there, I believe. A personal foul. Late hit out of bounds or something right there, I think.
I believe so. The way Joe Brunson's reacting is going to be against whoever it was that hit him. And here comes the white hat. Personal foul, face mask against the Yellow Jackets.
I'm going to tell you what, that bird flew really nice right there.
It did.
Just straight up in the air. I don't know, I just felt like I needed to talk about how it flew. I don't know.
Well, I guess when you can see out your ear hole of your helmet, that's a face mask, isn't it? When you turn it that much.
Yeah. Well, that was a long march off. 15 yards. And
it is a 15-yard penalty, yeah.
Second manageable now.
Yeah, 2nd down and about 2. The ball just shy of the 35-yard line. 6:27 to play. And Baker on top, 21-20. Sam Croson under his center. Hands off to Joe Brunson. And again, not much there. Maybe a yard. Brings up 3rd down for the Gators.
You know, I like the play call. I like what we're doing here. Oh, that's good. That's not good there, Eric McQueen going down.
Well, you see, he was injured in the Bluntstown game. And looks like he has maybe aggravated that injury once again. He is still down on the field. 6:16 to play in the ball game. You are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Semi-Regional on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT would like to thank Jason Norton and Baker Metalworks for allowing us to bring live Baker Gator football coverage to the listeners of WTJT. Baker Metalworks offers a large variety of colors, and they are all Energy Star rated. They have 4 profile styles with 29 and 26 gauge. They also have delivery available, and all of their materials are Florida product approved. Baker Metalworks is located at 5846 Highway 189 in Baker. They can be reached by phone at 850-537-2010. Thanks again to Baker Metalworks for all of your support here at WTJT.
Thank you, Brackney Funeral Service in Crestview, for your support. Brackney Funeral Service is located on Highway 90 East. They are locally owned and operated and provide all the traditional funeral services, including burials and cremations. And the telephone number is 683-9898, 683-9898. Terry Brackney is the funeral director. Again, thanks, Terry and Brackney Funeral Service for giving to WTJT.
6:16, fourth quarter, 21-20, Baker on top, and Eric McQueen and Robbie, real quick, a couple of scores. Bluntstown and Taylor County tied at 21, and Catholic has taken the lead over Florida High, 14-13 in the fourth quarter.
Wow. So Catholic not wanting to go down there.
Nope.
Hey, here's a score for you. If you're anybody interested in a Bruton score.
Sure.
T.R. Miller wins in the third round of the playoffs, 14-12.
And they beat Flemington.
Yeah.
Joe Brunson, he finds a hole and drags a Yellow Jacket with him down to the 15-yard line. First down, Baker Gators. And Robbie looked like the defender. I'm not sure who it was now with all the dirt and mud on the jerseys, but trying to strip the ball. And Joe would not give it up. And he gains the first down and then some on that play, but it's 1st and 10 Baker at the Jacket 15-yard line.
Yeah, another great run there. We've seen a lot of good runs tonight, but that was a great run by Joe Brunson. Again, like you said, the defender grabbed hold of the football, trying to take it away from Joe, and Joe said, no, it belongs to me. You can't have it.
5:20 left in the ball game. 21-20, 1st and 10 from the 15, and Joe Brunson, he is a brick wall, bounces off that one, and now it's just a gang tackle. The ball comes loose, but I believe it was already blown dead.
Yeah, the whistles were blowing for a while there before the ball came out. So another good hard run by Joe. I like this though, Mark. I like being down here on our end. I like running the clock off, time off the clock, because that's just giving Vernon less time to do anything when they may get the ball back.
3-yard run, 2nd down, 7 from the 12. 4:40 left in this ball game. Baker with that very slim 1-point lead, but very close to increasing that. 4:30, 2nd down, 7. Again, Joe Brunson up the left side behind Carter Mason, and he's tackled after a short gain, but it's a positive gain to the 10. 3rd down, 5 for the Gators.
Yeah, another good job. Carter Mason does a lot of pulling from that right guard position, and he pulls around there that time again. Gets a block out there, but Joe just couldn't get to the outside of that block.
And that's not an easy thing to do, pulling guard. That is tough, but Carter does a great job on that. 3:55 left in this ball game. 3rd down, 5 from the Vernon 10-yard line. And Sam Croson comes from under his center. 5 on the play clock. And now again, Joe Brunson left side. This time behind Gary Mitchell. He slips and slides about the 10-yard line. Brings up 4th and 5 for the Gators.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you call here, Mark, on this 4th and about 6. But, this is a big play coming up here for the Gators on a 4th down, and you got 3 minutes left to go in this ball game, a little over 3 minutes to go. I like getting a first down or a touchdown here, not turning the ball over on downs.
Well, here we go. Sam Croson under his center, LaFleur. Jack Adams goes into motion. Now Sam looks back over to the sideline, and they will take a timeout. With 2:55 left, Baker on top, 21-20. And you are listening to the 2019 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on WTJT 90.1 FM.
WTJT is honored to recognize a donation from Edge Painting Incorporated. Derek and his crew specialize in interior and exterior repaints, pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, wood and concrete staining, just to name a few. Edge Painting Incorporated has you covered. The number to schedule your free estimate is 850-537-2396. 850-537-2396. Owners Derek and Nikki Edge are proud supporters of Baker Athletics. Go Gators.
2:55 left in this ball game. Baker 21 and Vernon 20. And Robbie, Catholic or Florida High has taken the lead back. It is 21-14. Florida High over Pensacola Catholic, and that's a final now. So Catholic gets knocked out of the playoffs along with Niceville. Here we go, 4th and 6. Sam rolls right, wants to pass, looking for Gary Mitchum. It goes incomplete. Vernon makes a great defensive stop. Number 1, Darrell Powell. So, Robbie, that's what they call on 4th and 6. A little pass to Garrett, and the flat goes incomplete. And Taylor County, Blountstown, tied at 21 in the 4th quarter.
Well, our defense has played well here in the second half with the exception of that one play here in the second half. So defense has got to stand up strong here and keep that deep pass and that deep quick play from happening. So we'll see here what the Yellow Jackets dial up and see what our defense can do.
It is 1st and 10, Vernon from their 10-yard line. 2:53 left in this ball game. Baker 21, Vernon 20. And it is Kawan Powell on the carry. And he is tackled by number 9, Joe Brunson. But it's a 7-yard pickup to the 17. Second down 3 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, great job by Joe just coming up from his linebacker position, getting over there, grabbing a hold of the ankles of Kawan Powell and saying, this is as far as you're going to go.
Second down 3 from the 17, but more important, Robbie, the clock counting down 2:25, and they still have 83 yards to go. Bush, back to pass, goes deep downfield.
That's a push!
It is a push off, but it goes incomplete anyway, and he was trying to hit number 1, Darrell Powell, but yeah, an obvious push off, but it goes incomplete, so now 3rd down and 3 for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm sorry. It's not good to have a dad of a football player up here doing color commentating.
I was the dad of a football player 15 years ago.
I was calling the games.
You were.
We'll take it.
2:06, 3rd down and 3 from the 17 of Vernon. And Bush hands off to Kawan Powell, and he's across the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Vernon from their 21. Timeout taken. 1:58 left in this ball game.
And there's a flag on the play, Mark. I see a flag across the way. Imagine it.
Surprise, surprise. Illegal shift against the Yellow Jackets. Nullifies that 1st down run by Kawan Powell.
Have I said anything about a nail biter?
Not yet, but I'm sure. Is that a sport?
No, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's a bad habit. So 3rd down, 8 from the 12-yard line. And Bush goes to the air, is tipped, but is caught by Sharon Green. And he is brought down about the 20-yard line? 21, so it
is 1st down.
It is 1st down, but 1:39 left in this ball game. 21-20. And these players trying to get these fans revved up, pumped up, primed to their feet. Clock is at 1:45.
I don't know what the holdup is here.
Well, they added some time. It was a minute 39. Now it's a minute 45. They added time back to it.
It's a first down. You should have already been blown the whistle. The clock should be moving. Is the clock moving, Mark?
No, sir. It stopped.
Why is it stopped? See, that's the confusion here. Because the clock should be moving. It was just the first down. It wasn't nobody went out of bounds.
Well, this is the most quiet I've heard all night long. Okay, now they showed a minute 42.
Okay, now they rolling the clock. That's about time.
Okay, here we go.
Play clock didn't move.
1st and 10, Vernon from the 21. Bush to the air, going deep downfield. Incomplete, another push off. Brody Sharp back there on coverage.
Great coverage by Brody Sharp. He just got in the hip pocket of the intended receiver and said, I'm going to stay right here with you, buddy. And he did a great job of just staying right there in his hip pocket, staying with him all the way down the field and breaking up that pass.
1:25 left in the ball game. It is 2nd down 10 from the 21 of the Yellow Jackets.
And the only thing bad about it is the fact that the clock stopped.
Bush to the air. Hits his man. That is Powell. And Powell has the first down about the 31-32 yard line. Escambia advances. They beat Robert E. Lee 39-13. 1st and 10, Vernon. And it looks like it's about the 32-yard line, maybe. A minute 20 left in this ball game. 21-20, Baker on top. And Bush in shotgun. A low snap. He gets it up, gets the ball off, and it goes incomplete. A flag comes in. Double coverage. Bush throws the ball.
I agree with some of the fans right in front of us. That ball might not even been catchable.
Regardless, the flag comes in, so we'll wait and see. Looks like it is pass interference against Baker. 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10, Vernon. They placed the ball at their 46-yard line. 1:11 left in the ball game. First and 10, Vernon from their 46. And Bush back to pass. Under pressure, gets the ball off, and it goes incomplete. Devin Jordan back there applying heavy pressure along with Garrett Mitchum.
Yeah, Mark, a great job there by the defensive line to put pressure. Great job by the defensive backs to cover the receiver, because that would be what you call almost a coverage sack there. But he did get the pass away, but it does fall incomplete, so 2nd and 10.
2nd down 10 from the 46. 59 seconds left. Baker hanging on to a 1-point lead. Bush to the air, goes incomplete.
Hey, Mark, good to see number 49, Eric McQueen, back out there. He threw those hands up, kind of got into the passing lane of the quarterback on that play.
Indeed. 55 seconds left. 3rd down 10, Vernon from their 46-yard line. Baker leading 21-20. And now once again the Jackets in shotgun formation is quarterback Devion Bush. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, gets the ball off, and it is almost intercepted by Joe Brunson. It falls incomplete. Now 4th and 10, Vernon from their 46. 49 seconds left in the ball game.
Comes down to this play right here, Mark. Again, a great job. Eric McQueen applying pressure on the quarterback. Again, on Bush. And Bush just heaves one up there, just hoping that somebody can get up underneath it, and Joe Brunson almost did.
Now, if you're Vernon, you don't have to get a touchdown, just get 10 yards. But still, you got 49 seconds left. And here we go. 4th and 10, and Bush back to pass. Throws the ball. It's incomplete. Goes over the head of Ron Green. And now a flag comes in.
Look, the flag's going to come in on something that was incidental. Okay? All it was is our offensive line is trying to get on the field, and he bumps into their receiver, and they're going to call a personal foul on us, unless something was said on the sideline before that happened. It looked incidental to me. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. But I can promise you, there will be a roar from this Gator crowd if it goes against us.
It does not. It goes against Vernon instead.
Mark, we finish these next, how many seconds left?
45.
The next 45 seconds, when they're over, this is 4 or 5 times straight to the semifinals. Which one? 4 times straight?
I think so, since 2016. I believe so. We could ask Jessica Langston. She would know.
But she's not here. She ain't even here tonight.
She's not. You know, she's with her family.
That's right.
But she could let us know, I'm sure.
I think it's 4. 5.
You may be right.
I don't know. Can't remember.
Blountstown has taken the lead over Taylor, 27-21 in the 4th. The clock is counting down 30 seconds. It is 1st and 10, Baker at the Vernon 32-yard line, and they're just going to let the clock run down. And somehow Baker escapes with a 21-20 win over Vernon. A hard-fought game, Robbie. A sloppy game, tons of penalties.
But nonetheless a win. I'd rather lose ugly than I had to win ugly than I had to lose pretty.
That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
That's
Did
what
you
I
already say that?
I've said it in the past.
Say that tonight?
I've said it, not tonight.
So, hey, it works. And, great job there. I told you, I trusted the coaching staff. They went in, made some adjustments, some good adjustments, and came back out. Was able to put 2 touchdowns on the board and keep them out of the end zones enough to win by 1. Great job by the Gators.
Well, it was a hard-fought game, and it was tough to see either team lose after that kind of a game, but Baker pulled it out. It is a final Baker 21 and Vernon 20. So now we await to see the winner of Taylor and Blountstown. Just got scored Blountstown ahead 27-21 in the 4th. Well, Robbie, any more comments on this game tonight?
Well, you just can't say enough about the resiliency of this football team to keep fighting. And Coach Brunson does a great job of getting them to play for 48 minutes. And that's exactly what they did here tonight, is they played for 48 minutes, and they came out on top.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us from Baker. Once again, your final score, Baker 21 and Vernon 20. For Robbie Kolb, I'm Mark Forehand. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend.
Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God are proud sponsors of Baker Gator football. Our services are on Sunday morning starting at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 a.m. for morning worship, and then we come back at 6 p.m. on Sunday evenings for our Sunday night explosion. Our midweek service begins on Wednesday nights, and it starts at 6:45 for our Kids Call ministry, and then 7 p.m. for our evening worship service on Wednesday nights. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on the web at mag.church. On behalf of Pastor White and the congregation of Milligan Assembly of God, we want to say...